times, the best healer just needs time off. May acknowledged the significance of taking a hit in the AFC Championship game, but he would not blame the shoulder on his uneven performance in the Super Bowl 60 loss. According to Coach Mike Vrabel, the Patriots are committed to keeping Will Campbell at left tackle despite his multiple blocking miscues Sunday against Seattle. On the first day of spring training, an injury update on Mets shortstop Francisco Lindor from President of Baseball Operations, David Stearns.
Experienced some soreness in his left hand wrist area. So he's going to go to a hand specialist tomorrow. It is possible this will result in a hamate surgery. If it does, that's a 6-week recovery. At this point, even if it does require a surgery, we would remain optimistic that Francisco would be back for opening day.
Opening day is March 26th. Stearns also told reporters slugger Juan Soto will be moving from right to left field this season. He played exclusively in left his first few Major League seasons in Washington.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Wednesday, LeBron James said the Lakers aren't title contenders. I'll tell you why he's to blame for all of it. Really? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride! Woo!
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
You're a loser, Matt.
Shut up, kid. Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Murray.
Murray, present.
Mew. And Todd Peterson.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Man, when we had Kendall on last week, he didn't go for it. Or 2 weeks ago, whenever that was.
When I was gone or when you were here?
No. We had him on a Thursday. It might have been when they opened practice. I was ready, too. He just didn't go for it.
Keeps you on your toes. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Shea Dixon in 15 minutes. Chris Hilton in 1 hour. LSU freshman offensive lineman Ryan Miret in hour number 3. Let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
LSU baseball, first pitch just 3 days away. Basketball's on the floor tonight against Arkansas. See if they can pull an upset and get a win. We'll start, though, with a little football news. Interesting, one former LSU Tiger joining staff under Lane Kiffin. Another former LSU Tiger exiting staff there with Lane Kiffin. So we'll start with the Tiger that's coming in. Reported this on Monday night over at LouisianaSports.net. Greg Penn is going to join the LSU football staff. So Penn, I like this a lot. Penn was a 3-year starter at LSU. He was on campus from 2021 through 2024 from Baltimore. A 3-year starter, 22 through 25, 22, 23, and 24. Played in 50 games, 40 starts, and each season as a starter, 2022, 2023, 2024, he was second on the team in tackles. So a very productive player. In his final year in Baton Rouge, remember, you had dual number 18s. You had Josh Williams on offense and Greg Penn on defense. Two guys who were outstanding Tigers, outstanding leaders, team guys. Now, Penn wasn't really a projectable NFL player. He went undrafted. There were some initial reports that he had signed last year after the draft, 2025, as a UDFA with Minnesota. I went and checked their official, the Minnesota Vikings official list they released of their UDFAs, and Penn was not on it. So I couldn't find anywhere that Greg Penn played in 2025. So looks like he might have been out of football for the season, maybe figuring out what was going to be next. Well, now he's going to be back at LSU coaching. LSU has not released this, but I'm happy to report it. Multiple sources have confirmed it to me. We reported it over at LouisianaSports.net on on Monday night. And, there's a couple of things about this. Number one, remember, Greg Penn wore the number 18 jersey. So you're talking about a guy with great leadership skills. We know that is just an innate part of the conversation if we're talking about dudes who wore that jersey. It's also worth mentioning that when Penn was a senior in 2024, Whit Weeks was a sophomore, Tylen Singleton, Devon Keys were freshmen. So some of the guys in that group now were here when Penn was a player as a senior. So now he's coming back and has some familiarity with those players. Look, you got new guys as well, TJ Daugherty coming in primarily there from the transfer portal. But it's also worth noting that the year Penn came back in 2024 was when Blake Baker came back as the defensive coordinator. And, of course, Blake Baker has worked with linebackers. So Baker bringing back Penn, who played that position under him, great leader, all that makes a lot of sense for all those reasons. And, we'll see if Penn can become a viable option as a coach, maybe start that career. So it's also worth noting that Chris Kiffin, there's a little bit of a staff shaker. Remember, Blake Baker is going to move and coach the star linebackers this year, and Chris Kiffin is going to coach the linebackers. So where Penn factors in, his title is going to be defensive analyst, as I understand it. But where he factors in will be interesting to see. Is it with Baker coaching the stars? Is it with Kiffin coaching the inside backers? Don't know. But Greg Penn joining LSU staff, that's cool. The other note is about Jamari Rasco. So Rasco played at LSU from 2011 to 2014. He was a very productive player when he joined LSU from Evangel up at Shreveport, and had a short 3-year pro career before getting into coaching. First season in 2017 was at Texas A&M. And then after the season at A&M, he went to Arizona for 3 seasons out in Tucson, then went to UL Lafayette for 3 seasons. And then in the spring of 2024, Rasco joined the LSU staff as an analyst. And he continued to improve and get more and more responsibility, so much so that when this regular season ended and Kyle Williams was not going to return, Rasco was the defensive line coach for the bowl game. So you see a guy that is sort of starting to elevate in his career as he's been in it now for almost a decade. His first season was 2017 as a coach. So this is one of those instances where Rasco, by the way, I should have mentioned, Rasco's leaving LSU staff. He's accepted a job as the assistant defensive line coach at Mississippi State. By the way, he's already listed on the Mississippi State website as assistant defensive line coach. And this happened last week while we were in San Francisco at Super Bowl. So forgive me, that one slipped through the cracks while I was away. I'm not sure I've seen any LSU outlets report it, but the Jackson Clarion Ledger did. So Greg Penn in, Jamari Rasco leaving to go take a job at Mississippi State. And it's a bummer because you hate to see a former Tiger leaving the staff. You'd love to see him continue to grow and develop here in Baton Rouge, but it's just part of the profession. But it is a promotion for Jamari Rasco, which is really cool. And I also think, this is one of those things where if Kyle Williams had been retained, maybe, I shouldn't say retained. That's not to say that Kyle Williams was dismissed. He wasn't. He made the decision not to continue coaching. He's, by the way, back at his alma mater coaching at Ruston. But with Sterling Lucas coming in as the defensive line coach, it's his prerogative to hire a GA or an analyst or whatever he wants to assist him at that position. And I don't know if this is an instance where Lucas wanted to bring someone else in or if Rasco just got, he certainly got a promotion. I mean, this is an assistant defensive line coach job, not an analyst job. So the one thing that every time we talk about the defensive line, though, that we're going to discuss is the continuity or lack thereof at that position. I mean, we keep going back, but go back to when Jamar Cain left LSU in spring of 2023. So after the 22 season, spring of 23. Jamar Cain, Gerald Chapman was the interim defensive line coach for spring. He didn't get the full-time job. They hired Jimmy Lindsey. Jimmy Lindsey has a medical episode during fall camp. They reassigned John Jancic, who was on staff, to coach defensive line. Mid-season, they bring in Pete Jenkins. After the year, they hire Bo Davis. Bo Davis stays for 1 season. He's gone. Then they hire Kyle Williams. Kyle's here for 1 season. Jamari Rasco coached the bowl game. and now you've hired Sterling Lucas. That's 9. Sterling Lucas is the 9th defensive line coach at LSU since spring of 23. We're coming up on 3 calendar years. When we hit spring of 26, that'll be 3 calendar years, 9 different voices in the defensive line room. You got to develop consistency there, some continuity. And hopefully, maybe it'll be Sterling Lucas. Clearly not going to be Jamari Rasco as he's left, but got to get that defensive line group back playing at a championship level. You got the bodies to do it. Hopefully Sterling Lucas is the coach and the voice to maximize him this year, but Jamari Rasco's out. So Greg Penn in, Jamari Rasco out. A couple of staff changes here as LSU's getting through toward a few down weeks now before they start gearing up for spring practice. Haven't yet gotten the spring practice schedule. When we do, we'll certainly pass it along to you. All right, our show Open Every Day is brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of AFR, the official beer of the LSU Fighting Tigers. And by the way, they arrived yesterday, got it on set with me. Paulie, I don't know if you could zoom in on it, but the new National Championship LSU baseball Bud Light bottles are here. Baseball at the box starting on Friday. You're going to be watching the Tigers drink the officially licensed beer of the LSU Tigers in that 16-ounce aluminum bottle with the National Championship logo. Collector's item, custom. Grab yours while you can at great local retailers. And, of course, while you're watching the Tigers all season long out at the box or Tiger Park at the PMAC or any LSU venues, drink easy with the great taste of Bud Light, the official beer of the national champion LSU baseball Tigers. All right, y'all, it's After Further Review. Tuesday shows powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Let me knock out a quick break. Come back. Shea Dixon's going to join us. The high school recruiting class now in the rearview mirror. We'll react to it and look ahead to 2027 as LSU's staff has been very active on the high school recruiting trail across the state of Louisiana. Shady's next on AFR.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Duplessis Builders, duplessisbuilders.net, duplessisbuilders.net. You know, I talk all the time about how Derek Duplessis and his staff offer you that 10-year workmanship warranty, and the reason they're able to do it is because they don't cut corners. Well, when they go through a pool build, it goes through stages. So the excavation is 2 to 3 days. Then they'll shoot the gunite. Gunite, they will let it cure for 21 days. That is the curing requirement for concrete. So they will not move on until the next phase, until they wait 21 days to let the gunite cure. Other companies may move along faster and they can get your project done faster, but like people who tell you they can finish your pool in 2 weeks, it takes 21 days for gunite to cure. They're skipping steps. Duplessis will never do that. That's how they build you a quality product that will last. DuplessisBuilders.net, DuplessisBuilders.net. Pools and outdoor kitchens, DuplessisBuilders.net.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned by showing up, putting in the work, the hours that nobody sees. I didn't get here on my own. I trust my coaches to lead, my teammates to step up, and when the game is on the line, Our Lady of the Lake to keep me healthy. and on the court. Because it takes a champion to care for a champion. I trust the Lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Hood Dental Care, giving back and spreading smiles is what we love most. This Valentine's Day, we're inviting you to help us change someone's life with our Valentine's Day Smile Giveaway. Do you know someone who deserves a smile makeover? Nominate them today. Just visit the Hood Dental Care Facebook page and fill out the entry form. Submissions are open now through February 13th. One special winner will be chosen and announced on Valentine's Day. It's the Hood Dental Care Valentine's Day Smile Giveaway. Good luck!
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information...
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
As always, big shout out to our friends over at Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. The grand opening of the new store on Piku coming soon. Can't wait to tell you about it when they have the ribbon cutting planned. And, of course, better believe we'll be there. Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Every Tuesday, we talk a little recruiting with Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Of course, rivals on the recruiting side. Shady, how are you?
I'm doing well, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, man. Since last we spoke, LSU polished off their high school class for 2026, adding a couple guys we knew. I don't imagine, Shea, that there was anything notable or surprising. They added the 2 guys we thought they would. Any reaction to what Lane Kiffin, though, had to say when he recapped the class last week?
You know, I think that it was clear that for him, signing Richard Anderson and Lamar Brown, the 2 5-star D linemen who finished on Rivals, both as not only 5 stars, but the number 1 and 2 D linemen in the country, in signing them in that December period and doing so, Matt, remember, in a 72-hour window. I mean, I think Lane and a handful of those coaches got in on Sunday, and the early signing period began Wednesday. And that's when those guys signed with LSU, and he'd kind of even said when he was thinking about it, God, could you imagine if we would have had to wait till February with those guys and how that would have dragged out? So getting them on board, I think, was big. Obviously, a guy he had committed at Ole Miss that a lot of people didn't think would get out of Alabama. Between Auburn and Alabama, school-wise, was Corey Barber, a wide receiver. And we talked about him a week or 2 ago, but Lane flipped him on signing day before signing day. He decommitted from Ole Miss the day that Lane took the job, so it was evident what was happening. But at the time, he was a 4-star. I think we had him ranked in, 150-something in the country. And they kind of watched the rest of his senior film. They saw him at 2 Mississippi, Alabama All-Star game, another All-American practice, and Rivals ends up not only ranking him as a top 5 receiver, but a 5-star. So one late flip that not a lot of guys paid attention to. You wind up kind of not funny enough that 2 years in a row, you had 5 stars committed at wide receiver. DeCorian Moore, who had a great year at Oregon this year as a freshman, and then Tristan Keys this past cycle, who ended up at Tennessee. And then in the end, you do land a 5-star. You sign one finally here in Corey Barber, who on Rivals ends up being ranked higher than Tristan Keys was. So not a big class, but 16, 17 guys. It had been sitting at 14 for a long time. But I think that at the top, you start with those 2 D linemen, and then you've got a young 5-star receiver kind of in the boat now that you can develop.
He's on Twitter at Shea Dixon. Give him a follow. So now, Shea, everybody, of course, is going to start turning to 2027. And Lane Kiffin, who's so public on social, you can see he's been making the rounds all across Louisiana. One of the stops he made was up at Evangel to visit Peyton Houston, the quarterback commit for 2027. That was a commit that the previous staff took What can you tell us about where this staff feels about Peyton Houston fitting in this class?
Yeah, he's told us that being able to meet with, whether it was Lane Kiffin, being able to talk with Charlie Weiss, being able to talk with Dane Stevens, I should say Charlie Weiss Jr. Maybe he's talking to, I don't know. Maybe he's talking to everybody out there, but with Junior, and then Dane Stevens, the quarterback coach, he feels good about it. And he told Chad Simmons, I'm looking at the article now. This is from after the visit you're talking about. So the coaches all went out on the road, and Lane was one of them. And he talked about meeting all the high school coaches in Louisiana and kind of having FaceTime with them. And when he was at Evangel, obviously met with Houston and everyone up there, Houston being the quarterback. And he said, I really enjoy Lane Kiffin's offense, everything he brings to the table. And he said when he was at Ole Miss, the second offer he got from any school, his first SEC offer, was in middle school, and that was from this Ole Miss staff, that Ole Miss staff that is now at LSU. So he said playing for Lane Kiffin was an option early on. He knows his history with quarterbacks. He knows the development, and he sort of shares the excitement he said that a lot of the fans obviously have right now for the offense and where things could go. So yes, Lane is always going to be heavy on portal quarterbacks, but I think this is a good year for Peyton Houston because he's already on board. They've been recruiting him at their prior stop. He's committed. They're not going after any other guys. And if you think every year he's going to go chase a portal quarterback, there's a real reality that, look, Sam Levitt's got 2 years left. Longstreet, a former 5-star, just took a red shirt. And Landon Clark, your other quarterback, has multiple years left. So they may not have to go chase a portal quarterback next year. And then you sign a high school guy only. We'll see. But there won't be any change here. They feel pretty good about Peyton Houston being the commitment at quarterback, and one of only a couple commitments they have. And it's still very early, but at the same time, I mean, on the Rivals industry rankings, Peyton Houston, like he plays at Evangel, throws it 80 times a game, he's going to put up numbers, but he's ranked as a top 10 quarterback nationally. He's ranked in the top 100 players nationally. So there wasn't really any thought. I didn't think that Lane and them would get here and move off him. And then as I found out even further how deep that relationship went back into middle school, I'm more confident than ever that they're going to stick with him.
So Shea, the obvious follow-up is then about Elijah Haven, who's depending on what service you look at, #1 quarterback in the country for 2027, right here in Baton Rouge at Dunham. Who incidentally, I saw Elijah and his dad Kwame at on Radio Row Friday out at the Super Bowl. What gives here, Shea? Why maybe LSU wouldn't be recruiting Elijah Haven?
I think that the prior staff, it's between one of those. Haven is multi-sport athlete. He's getting close to 6'5", 220. But he's going to take some time to continue to develop his game, right? Like Peyton Houston is a better high school quarterback right now, and nobody's going to really debate that. But that's not what the rankings do. The rankings project towards the future, and obviously a guy like Haven has incredible upside. So look, I think that it just came down to what the prior staff felt was the best fit for him, and now this new staff has come in and sort of not pivoted elsewhere. And I don't remember if Ole Miss was ever really a team that was after Haven. I know he's got a million offers. He had an Ole Miss offer, but he's trimmed it down. I'm not sure if they were in that top group. And really, Matt, it's been Bama that's kind of been the one that has been viewed as the team out front after Florida they had a staff change, maybe one other. But yeah, I think right now, most people feel like if there was going to be a decision, that Bama would be the team to beat.
Shea Dixon from On 3, the Bengal Tiger. Get him at Shea Dixon. Let's keep it in the Baton Rouge high school ranks. Sounds like there could be another Calic running back trending toward LSU. Is a really good one, man. Jaden Miles. What can you tell us there, Shea? What's the latest on Jaden Miles' recruitment?
I think you cut out there. What high school was that?
Calic. Hey, dude, look, you got an offer from LSU, it's obvious, but you look at guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire and Darius Geis before him. Catholics turned out some dudes, and he's in that group, man. He's a special one.
6'2", 200 as a junior in high school is ain't too bad for a running back who can still move like he moves. He's got every offer in the country. They've been on, from coast to coast, the big schools. Everybody's been by there, and The one thing here that kind of coincides with what we just spoke on, maybe to an even deeper extent. Kevin Smith is LSU's running backs coach now. And people who know the name and are fans of college and the NFL, our age group of guys, Matt, I mean, we grew up watching him. He played at UCF, he played for the Lions, and now, like most guys, when he retires, goes back into coaching. And he's been with Lane the whole time from FAU. I think he spent 1 year apart from him, and then if he did that, and then went up to Ole Miss, and now here. He had been recruiting Jaden Miles heavily. I mean, I went back after Jaden talked about that and looked on his social media, not in a stalkish way, just trying to do my research here.
Right.
And like he's got school visits, with him sitting there with Kevin Smith decked out in Ole Miss gear that are more than a year old. So that staff had been recruiting him to Ole Miss. And now that they're here, I think that boosts LSU's chances, which were already high, of landing him even further. And look, when Frank Wilson had been recruiting him, Frank Wilson's a running backs coach, that would be one that you felt like would be a given if Frank were on staff. Now that he's not, I think a lot of people wondered what would happen. Well, look, you've got a running backs coach who you're not starting from scratch with, nor with the head coach, because both of them have not only known who he is, but hosted him on campus, went to his high school, done all of these things long before they got to LSU. And I'll close that by saying, celebration, we're in a dead period right now, which I know with the NCAA, it's like, this kid signed. Well, signing doesn't mean anything anymore. Well, dead period actually does mean something. It means that nothing's happening. And, on the final day before the dead period, Jaden Miles, Catholic's running back, went over to LSU and spent the day, and he did so with his family, brought mom and dad with him. So that gave him that opportunity with this staff now here to really talk about what they're doing, their view for this 2027 cycle, what the running back room looks like. And I think that the one thing that you could take away from what I'm sure was a day's worth of conversations on a variety of topics is they really want him and they're going to press to get him. So I'd be surprised if I'll whisper it, Catholic High's running back doesn't end up at LSU.
I'll shout it. Cali High! Hey, man, I've said it for years, Shea. I don't care if you love it or hate that I scream it. But
I don't mind it when you whispered it. When it I couldn't do it. I couldn't take it.
But what I will continuously say is, you better hope whoever the coach is, Brian Kelly, Lane Kidd, whatever, creates a pipeline from Hearthstone to Dalrymple. I mean, you better be recruiting that school because they keep pumping talent. All right, let me ask you about another Louisiana. A couple more here. Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Tuesday shows powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Braylon Cali out of Cecilia. He's listed as an athlete here. 6'2", 191. What's he going to play at LA or in college? And where do the Tigers stand with Braylon?
It's like when I talk to Hannegriff every Saturday during the season, I tell him he's going to steal my job. I knew that you would butcher his last name, and then you just perfectly ran right through it.
No, I got it. I'm here.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I can hang up now. You can finish.
Jay, you forgot. You forgot. Like, I don't do math or science. English, reading comprehension, that's my wheelhouse, man. I'm going to look at CALAIS. I'm going to nail it. Calais. I got it. What'd you think I was going to say?
I thought Thorold Simon's name was Thorold Simone until like his sophomore year of college.
I think it was like Thorold Simone is what a lot of people say. They say, no, that's just Simon. It's just Simon. Yep.
From Eunice? Are you sure? So.
That's true. I met a guy on Radio Row whose name was Dusso. It was Mike Dusso. He's the Patriots podcast guy, the official Patriots podcast guy. He's from I think upstate New York or something like that. Or his family's from Canada, but it was like Dussault. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you sure you're not from Lafourche? What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
But apparently his family is French Canadian, which makes a lot of sense.
There you go. I had not heard that one before. Yeah. All right. Well, we're tying it all together. Yeah. Hopefully, if he's a recruiting fan and listening, here's his update on
Look
Braylon
at you
Cali.
tie that together. Look at you tie that together. My goodness, you're so good. You try to take my job now?
No, I don't want your job. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't want my job
either. Mine either. So we're good.
We're good where we are.
Cecilia, shout out on the map right now because this is a top 5 athlete in the country on the Rivals industry rankings, top 100 player, and ranked as an athlete, 6'2", 190, playing at a school like Cecilia. I mean, you're playing every position when you're that good of an athlete. But LSU, like kind of the notable news here, Matt, is that LSU has honed in on recruiting him as a wide receiver, and George McDonald, the wide receivers coach, has been the one who went out and saw him, and then Lane Kiffin went out there and saw him, and then I mentioned Jade Miles being in on that Sunday, so was Braylon, and Braylon came in and kind of had some more extended time with the staff, and I think any questions he had about, hey, where would they view me? How would they kind of how do things stack up now on the board? Because ironically enough, more so probably than the 2 prior guys we just talked about, Ole Miss was really, really heavily after him with George McDonald, Kiffin, that offensive staff long before they got here. So this is an LSU Ole Miss recruiting battle to the core right now. And I think that with them being able to spend that time with him right before the dead period that lasts until the end of February, they put him kind of into that space of, hey, we're down here now. You don't have to even think about leaving home. You can play at LSU, but with this offensive staff that had been recruiting you to Ole Miss, here's how we'll use you, all of those things. And again, 6'2", so he's got size, already over 190, and again, a junior in high school. So I'm going to continue to grow. I think he's one that winds up at LSU. We'll see. He hasn't talked about timelines or anything like that, but and what had already been an LSU Ole Miss battle, when you hire the Ole Miss offensive coaches that were recruiting him to LSU, you would think that it certainly favors LSU a little bit more than it does Ole Miss in that swap.
He is Shea Dixon on 3, the Bengal Tiger. Get him at Shea Dixon. Recruiting never stops, especially with the lane train. Shady, we appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, Matt. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, man. Be well. It's after further review. Brought to you by Parish Restoration. ParishRestoration.com. Kill mold, remove odor, other harmful pathogens. I just saw there's a school in Baton Rouge that got shut down today. Well, not the school. They just closed today because 40% of their student body has the flu. Hey, look, if flu is running rampant, if it's a school, a church, an office building, whatever, and you're having an outbreak, call Parish Restoration. Let them come spray their patented non-toxic dry fog. It'll kill everything down to the spores. You want to sanitize your space during cold and flu season? Great way to do it is with Parish Restoration. Go to parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. Just fill out the form on the homepage. They'll be in touch with you. It's more cost-effective. It's more efficient. It's more effective. It's Parish Restoration. Go to parishrestoration.com, parishrestoration.com. All right, thanks to Shea Dixon for joining us. We appreciate it. Chris Hilton at the top of hour 2, about 27 minutes from right now. Dude played in 4 All-Star games this year. I think that's a record. It's got to be. If it's not, we'll ask him. But we'll talk about that with Chris Hilton coming up here in about 30 minutes from right now. We're not going to break. Go around the SEC. Stick around. It's AFR.
After further review.
If you have not called Rev about switching your home or business internet service, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you got to do this. It's a local company, and I don't know that you and I, all of us collectively, complain about anything more, generally speaking, than our internet service. Oh, the internet's so slow. I hate the internet in this place. Internet, right? You say it all the time. Well, then you don't have Rev. So Rev, lightning fast speeds up to 5 gigs, all fiber network. So the cables are buried under the ground, so you have to worry about a storm knocking your cable out. And they're local. You actually talk to humans who live and work and play in South Louisiana when you call their call center. More than 70,000 Louisiana home and business owners trust Rev. You should as well. REV. Let'sRev.com.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Lockmeyer to Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
My father, J.B. Falgout, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgout.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Plowing these fields in the hot summer sun, over by the gate, Lord, a basket full
Basketball and chicken does sound good, not gonna lie. I'm not really into sweet tea. I don't like tea really at all.
Really?
Don't drink tea.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is, man.
Drink tea.
Sweet tea. I love sweet tea.
Paul, do you drink tea?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Feels like a southern thing that I just never got into. I just don't like tea. I just don't drink tea.
Especially sweet tea.
I drink water. I drink water. I drink Evermore. I drink water all the time. That's even since I was a kid. I just drink water. When I was a kid, I drank. Well, let me rephrase that. When I was a fat kid, I was a fat kid. Okay. Lots of Coke.
Oh yeah.
You know, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, all the stuff that makes a fat kid.
Yeah.
Right. So we usually had the 3 liters in the house.
3 liters.
Oh yeah. Well, you get 3 kids. When you get 3 kids that are all fighting over. I mean, with 3 liters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we had 3 kids. It was me, Brian, Alicia. And you're out there. You're fighting over it then.
Yeah.
No sweet tea. No, my dad drinks tea. I don't think anyone else in my family, my brother, sister, I don't think, and my mom certainly doesn't. Like my mom and this is weird. My mom and my wife, Erica, are the 2 most like boring, bland food eating people you'd ever meet. You're like, they don't like anything, don't try anything, don't eat anything. It's really weird.
The not trying thing, man, I can't get behind that. Like, you don't know if you like it.
Well, that's my whole thing with sardines this year.
Yeah, dude, this guy with his sardines. He's a big sardine. You been crushing them?
Crushing them. I'm telling you.
So crazy.
The war against sardines in this country, it's criminal. We've been fed a lie our entire lives about how bad sardines are. They're terrible. Sardines are delicious. It's fish in a can, and it's delicious. And I'm not talking about like nasty tuna fish that's 89 cents that you had to eat whenever you were broke, like I and many of you were after college, and it was the only thing you could afford. Just like I would get bread. I'd go to the store. I would get bread and tuna fish cans and mayo. And I would just mix mayo with tuna fish and put it on toast. And that's what I ate like every day of my life.
That's brutal. You can spice up tuna a little bit better than that. Man, that's tough.
I mean, dog.
Just mayo and tuna.
That's what it is.
No mustard, no relish, nothing.
That's what it is, man.
Oh, gosh. All right.
Sustenance, man.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it.
I get it.
Just trying to make it.
I get it. Big Vienna sausage guy myself, man.
Never did Spam. Spam? Yeah.
Spam. Yeah, it's a thing.
Spam is the ham. Spam. But
Spam,
you know what? My,
ham
my,
in a
brain
can,
just,
yeah.
my brain just went to Spam like your Spam folder.
Oh. I mean,
But
different
Spam.
Spam.
Yeah, Spam, the little canned meat.
No.
Never did Spam.
No,
But anyway, I wish there wasn't a war on sardines. Because my early 20s, early mid-20s, I'd have been eating way better if I'd known sardines weren't a gross thing. I feel like sardines have gotten lumped in with anchovies. And a lot of that I blame on Michelangelo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when he would eat pizza and say, no anchovies. It's the war on anchovies. Now, I've never had anchovies. Now I'm thinking, like, should I go eat anchovies? Could they be awesome? And I'm a guy that'll try anything. Love caviar. Tried escargot for the first time with Michael Cobble a couple of years ago at SEC Football Media Days. It's snails.
Yes, it is.
Cobble was an Army brat, so lived in Germany at one point, so he eats lots of weird exotic stuff. And not that escargot is super exotic, but he ordered escargot. I was like, let me try that, because I'll try anything. Except maybe snake. I don't think I'd eat a snake. Snakes are the things in life that I hate the most. I'm terrified of snakes. Don't bring a snake near me. I'm not interested, so I sure don't want to eat a snake. But anything else I'd probably be down with. Most anything. Crickets,
interesting.
People eat crickets.
Yeah,
grasshoppers, that sort of stuff. I've even seen like chocolate covers crickets and grasshoppers. I'll do that. Okay, I don't know against that.
A buddy of mine from high school, his family was from Philippines, and when he was over there one time, fried spider.
Okay,
yeah,
probably wouldn't do that either.
That's interesting.
It's snakes and spiders, the two things.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you, Filipino food. Don't sleep on Filipino food.
Yeah.
Adobo is like some pork thing on the bone. So when we were in the hospital, Drew's nurses. The nighttime nurses were a group of Filipino women. They called themselves the Filipino Mafia. Wonderful women. Loved them dearly. They mean a ton to me and my family. Lolita, we call her Mimi Lolita, was Drew's nighttime nurse for we were in the hospital for 213 days. I think we totaled it up one time that she had him 189 of the 213 nights. She just never took off because she was always with Drew. Anyway, one Daisy, May, they're amazing. I mean, amazing women. And so, but they would always cook for me. And because we were there for so long, got to know everybody so well, they would cook Filipino dishes, and there were Filipino grocery stores. They'd go give me these Filipino danishes. They were almost like donuts. And it was awesome. Filipino food. Sneaky underrated. Very good.
I'll
Very good.
file that away.
Yeah. And eat some sardines. Why did we start talking about this?
Well, because you said Erica and your mom, they don't like to try anything.
Oh, sweet tea.
Yeah, sweet tea. Yeah.
Love
sweet tea.
Yeah, I don't drink sweet tea.
Gosh, I love some sweet tea.
And I've tried it. It's just very bland to me. And then I notice people will add sugar. I'm like, well, then I don't want something. I don't want a sugar drink. I want something that just tastes good. That just doesn't taste good. It doesn't taste good to me. So no sweet tea for your boy. All right, it's after further review. We're brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. I don't really have a good transition from talking about sweet tea and Filipino food and spiders and crickets and sardines. How about this? You know what's really good for you? Sardines. You know what else is really good for you? Having good eyesight. You know who can help you with that? The Williamson Eye Center. Eye care, eyewear, eye surgery. Need your eye exam? Williamson Eye Center. Have contacts or glasses? Need to upgrade your prescription? Williamson Eye Center. Or you want to say, Pah! To your contacts and glasses forever. Just wake up in the morning and see. It's amazing. I made that decision, how long? 7-8 years ago, whatever it's been, since I had my LASIK at the Williamson Eye Center. I trusted Dr. Blake Williamson. Life-changing. You should as well. Paulie did. Paulie had LASIK over at Williamson Eye Center. I don't see Paul squinting no more. I'm nodding over there. My guy. WilliamsonEye.com, WilliamsonEye.com. You want to see 2020, call 924-2020 or WilliamsonEye.com. All right, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Ole Miss Rebels.
Dude, give it up. Stop. Ole Miss has filed a reconsideration of the NCAA over the denial of eligibility for Trinidad Champions. Stop. They're not going to grant you this waiver. I mean, go to court. You're going to get the TRO. We all know it. but stop bothering the NCAA with your fraudulent case that they're not going to approve.
The Alabama Crimson Tide.
Now, here's one that lost in court. A judge has ruled Charles Bediako is no longer eligible to play for Alabama. How I got to give her one round of applause for common sense. Babe, one round of applause for common sense. A Tuscaloosa County Circuit Court judge, Daniel Pruitt, has halted Bediako's bid to regain eligibility. Left Alabama for the draft in 2023, signed a two-way NBA contract. You all know he went from G League, now came back into college. He's been averaging 10-4 in 5 games with Alabama, but now he's ineligible.
The Tennessee Volunteers.
New Vols cornerbacks coach Michael Hunter Jr. is leaving. He just joined Tennessee last month, but now he's not even going to coach for the Vols. He's going to go join the NFL. So he's going to join the Los Angeles Rams on their staff. Hunter's a former NFL defensive back who was assistant defensive backs coach at Ohio State for 2 years before leaving for Tennessee in January. But now Tennessee has another vacancy to fill.
The Missouri Tigers.
Mizzou says they will sell the corporate naming rights for Memorial Stadium. They'll work with Intersect Partners. They're an experienced, nationally recognized firm to help identify potential naming right partners whose values, brand identity, and vision align with the University of Missouri and Mizzou athletics. They're also hoping to honor and preserve the stadium's historic origins. I'm sorry, Missouri's Memorial Stadium has historic origins? Someone's got to spell that out for me.
The Mississippi State Bulldogs.
And Brian O'Connor's named Mississippi State's opening weekend starting rotation. Ryan McPherson on Friday, Charlie Foster Saturday, Tomas Valanciunas. Can't hear it. Oh.
Man, I wanted that to work. Hold on.
Mad Dog. What? What? Mad Dog, bring it
Travis
back.
Kelce lookalike and Vacilunas.
Oh, man. Vacilunas. Oh, that was when Mad Dog butchered Jonas Valanciunas' name, and he called him Vacilunas.
The Travis Kelce lookalike and Vacilunas.
I mean, we got a break, but if ever there was an example of the national media having no idea about the team that you love, like if it's not Knicks, Dodgers, Jets, Giants, Yankees, Cowboys, like they ain't got a clue.
The Travis Kelce lookalike and Vacilunas.
He said Vacilunas. What an idiot. I mean, get a pronunciation. Yes, how many times do we have people on this show? First time we are in, like, what do I tell you?
Make sure we get a pronunciation on last name first.
Get a pronunciation.
Yeah. That happens at least once a week normally. At least.
How did do it last week in San Francisco with Duso?
Yeah.
Mike, how do you say your last name? Oh, it's Duso. Oh, D-U-S-S-A-U-L-T? Okay. I'm here for it. How many people do you think call that guy Dassault?
All of them.
All of them.
Like every one of them.
Oh, we got to talk about Will Campbell. Stay here, AFR.
After further review.
GLO, glowresources.com, glowresources.com. Complete employer solutions. Glowresources.com. Hey, if you're looking to hire somebody that can pronounce Valanciunas.
The Travis Kelce lookalike and Vacilunas.
I bet Glow Resources can find him. You want to know why? They know the questions to ask through the interview process. See, Glow Resources conducts about 50 interviews a day. So over the course of the year, it's about 15,000 interviews over the course of the year. They know the right questions to ask to find the right people, the qualified people for the job that you're trying to fill. What job? Any job. It's Glow Resources. GlowResources.com, GlowResources.com. Skilled blue-collar labor, their professional placement division handling all types of office jobs. It's Glow Resources. So get them online at GLO, GlowResources.com, GlowResources.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
I have no doubt that Our Lady of the Lake will keep me healthy. They make sure to do whatever they can in their power to make sure that we're 100%. They're constantly giving us resources, giving us advice on what to do. I think that just really helps us be the best players that we can be.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
My father, J.B. Falgout, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgout.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish contractors, let's get building.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Will Campbell met with reporters here on Tuesday and apologized to reporters after not speaking to them after the Super Bowl 60 loss on Sunday.
I apologize about the other night not being available to talk. Just had a lot of emotions. Obviously going after tough loss, long year. I just wanted to make sure that I had my head on properly before I said anything. I didn't want to say anything that I didn't need to say. And I know that can happen, especially with myself, whenever there's emotions involved. So just wanted the night to sleep on things.
Will's a great guy. I think everyone here knows that, who's followed him since he was in high school, and really rough. The other thing that Will Campbell mentioned is the severity of the knee injury he suffered that cost him a few games late in the season.
It obviously wasn't 100%. I mean, I don't think, when you tear a ligament in your knee, it's not going to be how it was before. But I was healthy enough to go, and, I'm not going to say that it held me back, but, yeah. It wasn't the same as it was before, obviously. Yeah.
Dude played with a torn knee ligament. Mike Vrabel said on Tuesday that they're committing to Will Campbell at left tackle. That shouldn't be a surprise. Like, we can look at Will Campbell's season, and there was some really, really good. Like, we always look at Pro Football Focus. Like how there's like blue. It's like the color-coded thing we always talk about. Against Miami, his pass blocking grade was an 81.3. I mean, he had an 81.4 against the Jets, an 80.5 against Cincinnati, an 84.3 against the Chargers in the postseason. It just so happens that his two worst games were in the playoffs against Houston and Seattle, who were 1st and 5th in the NFL in total defense while he was playing on a torn knee ligament. Yeah, go block Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter with a torn knee ligament. Ain't going to go great. Will Campbell had a really solid first season in the NFL. Get healthy, grow from it. He's going to be fine. I wish it had gone differently for him, but bright future and an organization committed to him as they should be. Better days ahead. All right, hour number 2 is coming up right after SportsCenter. Former Tiger Chris Hilton is going to be here. That's next. It's AFR.
AFR.
If you want to win $25,000 easy, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com, parishbuilt.com. Do it right now. Go to parishbuilt.com. Parish Construction and Roofing, we're giving a lucky Louisiana homeowner $25,000 cash. Not a gimmick, no tricks. All you have to do is go to the website, parishbuilt.com. Right on the homepage, you'll see the pop-up, the banner at the top. Sign up for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection, and you are entered to win $25,000 cash. We've given away $5,000. We've given away $10,000. Now we are upping the ante. If you want your shot at winning $25,000, no purchase necessary. No, we're not going to hassle you. All you have to do is sign up for a free, no-obligation roofing inspection. Free, no obligation. Don't have to buy anything. No purchase, no obligation, nothing. Just let us inspect your roof, and you're automatically entered to win $25,000 cash. Parishbuilt.com.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
I'm Lawyer Locke Meredith. We are honored and humbled to receive from our clients in Google. Based on 5-star client reviews, the designation of our law firm is highly recommended. Whether you hire us at all, please give us a call, 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. Injuries happen when you least expect them to, making your life more complicated. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know this, and we strive to help each of our clients during these times. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. Saying time is the best healer. Patriots quarterback Drake May told reporters he won't require offseason surgery on his injured right shoulder. He acknowledged the significance of the hit he took in the AFC Championship game. May, though, would not blame the shoulder for his struggles in the Super Bowl loss to the Seahawks.
You can't blame things on injuries. Things happen like this all the time in the league. It was blessed this year. What a year of health and blessings for me this year. You can't stone it on one little thing on the shoulder. So it's just unfortunate. It happened to be throwing one, but at the same time, I could have prevented it or made more plays. I was feeling like I was able to make throws in the game and was myself.
That's President of Baseball Operations David Stearns said shortstop Francisco Lindor may need surgery for a stress reaction in his left hamate bone. The team's confident he'll be ready for opening day if he does have the surgery. Stearns also said Juan Soto will be moving from right to left field this season. NBA Celtics forward Jason Tatum, after his first 5-on-5 scrimmage with players since tearing his Achilles last May, said he feels a little better each day, but he still isn't sure when he'll return to the court for the Celtics.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Candy. Coming up Wednesday, LeBron James said the Lakers aren't title contenders. I'll tell you why he's to blame for all of it. Really? It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. It's AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
And Mr. Toby Tomplay. All right, we're here to let you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Freshman LSU offensive lineman Ryan Miret's going to be here in 1 hour. I'm excited about that conversation, man. He was committed to Ole Miss. When Lane Kiffin took the LSU job, he immediately decommitted, flipped to LSU, signed with the Tigers, and is on campus. He'll be going through spring, and he'll be here with us in studio in 1 hour from right now. A guy who spent the last 5 years as an LSU Tiger is former LSU wide receiver Chris Hilton, getting ready for the next phase after participating in 4 postseason All-Star games. Chris, good enough to join us here, man. Hey, how are you, dude?
Man, I'm doing good. It feel like I was just at media day talking to you, actually. It's crazy how time flies.
Does it really feel like that last year went quickly?
Yeah, it does, honestly.
We were we talked about your career at media days. I remember asking you about all the injuries kind of limiting your time, and then you go through this season where you're hoping to finally be healthy and be able to maximize all of it. We all know the season didn't go how everybody wanted, but when you look back now that it's all done, Chris, if I asked you got any regrets?
Regrets? No, not really. Mainly lessons. When I look back at my past 5 years, I feel like God always had a plan for me, and I feel like it went exactly how it was supposed to. I feel like I had to go through those 5 years to get to where I am right now. So as far as regrets, no, I don't have any.
Can you give me an example of a lesson you learned going through something you went through?
Really just is about perseverance. That's been pretty much the main point was perseverance throughout those 5 years. Just getting knocked down many times, things not going your way, but every day you got to show up and you got to keep putting the work in. I got it tatted on me on my left arm. So it's funny how I got it tatted on me before I even knew this was going to happen to me. You know what I mean? So it's just ironic.
What does the tattoo say?
It says perseverance.
Oh, perseverance. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, Lord knows you learned that over these last 5 years. I know we talked about it at media days, going into the 24 season. I mean, you were just awesome in fall camp and then that injury that cost you the bulk of the season. Did you know, Chris? I don't know if I asked you this. I want to talk about your draft prep and all that here in a second. But I don't know if I remember asking this. After last year, did you consider, or did you ever consider going in the portal and leaving?
No. Like I'm from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I grew up 30 minutes away from LSU. You feel me? So
yeah.
Even though times got tough, you know what I'm saying, I was never going to run away. Like, I was just going to embrace it.
You know what's interesting, man? I know you know this because you grew up here, but a lot of people hearing you say that, it's going to resonate because we talk all the time about how the advantage LSU has is the dirt, right? There's so many kids who grow up just wanting to play at LSU, and it sounds like that's, you know, you kind of fall into that category. Like, is that fair? Like, just could never imagine putting on another uniform?
Yeah, you right, bro. Like I said again, like I'm from Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different when you do it in your home state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was kind of my mindset about it.
Chris Hilton's our guest. Well, I said you could never imagine putting on another uniform, and then you put on 4 different uniforms in not even a full month, Chris. I mean, was it the East-West Shrine, the American Bowl, Senior Bowl, Hula Bowl was the other one?
That's all 4 of them.
Okay. Help me out. Walk me through this, man. Like, I don't think that was probably your intent that you were going to go play in 4 games. How did this happen?
Nah, so at first it was originally 3. So once the season was over, I got invited to the first 2, which is Hula American and the Shrine Bowl. And again, I didn't have the production over my career that I wanted to. So I knew I had to go essentially like put myself out there so like, you know, scouts could see me and everything like that. So off rip, I was already going to do all 3. And it's funny you say that because like a lot of people, when they found out I was doing all 3, you know what I'm saying, you'll get some looks like, you sure you won't do that? Like 3 games is a lot considering, you know, you just played the whole season. Or you worried about getting injured or anything like that. And my whole mindset was just go to work. Like, I told myself that every day throughout the whole month of January, wake up, go to work. And so I did the Hula Bowl, did my thing there. Came back to Cali, trained for a week, went to the American Bowl, did that. As soon as the American Bowl was over, hop on the flight to Dallas, got to Dallas, did my thing there, the Shrine Bowl, and then at halftime, right before halftime, I found out I got the invite to the Senior Bowl, and there was like no question that I was doing the Senior Bowl. Because I told myself, I said, bro, if you get the Senior Bowl, you're doing it no matter what. So I got the invite. I filled out the registration for my flight at halftime, went back out, played the game. The next day, I was on the flight to Mobile, and I practiced that same day.
Wait, the same day so the day after you played in East-West Shrine, you got on a flight, and the same day you flew, you practiced in Mobile?
Yeah.
Like, were you – so my first thought, though, Chris, like, is – that's amazing. Were you fatigued? Like, do you worry that doing so much in such a short amount of time, if you were fatigued, it might have hindered your performance?
Nah. Like, I might be a little different, but my whole mindset going into the Hula Bowl was like, listen, like, you didn't have the career you wanted to at LSU, but you got one shot. You got one shot throughout this whole process. If you got to do 4 games, you got to do 4 games. So at the end of the day, bro, like, I did what I had to do. And it's crazy that I was the first player in history to do it. And, again, it goes back to another one of my tattoos I got on me. It's the word prototype. And the reason why I got it, because, like, if you look at the definition, it's like you're one of one, but you're, like, the first of many. You know what I mean? And it's like everything that comes after you is based off of you. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I want people to see that, like, even if you feel like you're back against the wall, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still make it at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I love that. Chris Hilton's our guest. So you playing 4 All-Star games. What feedback did you get from NFL teams?
Honestly, they were all for it. You know what I mean? They all told me that I was doing the right thing by playing in the first 3. And then the main question was, if you get the 4th one, are you going to play? And without hesitation, I said, yeah. So I got, honestly, a bunch of good feedback from them.
What about your performance? How did you perform in those games? Like, as far as what that may mean for draft upcoming in April?
Honestly, I feel like I made the most of my opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I have a guy, a great mentor. He told me, he was like, when he prays, he only prays for good health and opportunities, because at some point, you know what I'm saying, he has to, like me, I got to do my part. You know what I'm saying? I feel like God, he kept me healthy. He gave me the opportunities, and I feel like I made the most of them. So I'll give all the glory to God throughout this whole process, because, again, without him, I wouldn't be where I am right now.
That's awesome, man. I know there's a lot of LSU fans that are going to pull for you forever. I mean, even not that they weren't already, but hearing all this and all the adversity you're going through is just going to make a whole bunch more fans for you. Hey, real quick, let me ask you about Nuss. He looked pretty good. Looked like he looked good in the Senior Bowl. What'd you think watching him get out there rip it a little bit?
Man, it was good to see. Again, for all of us. Again, you know, we didn't have the season that we wanted to, but just going out there, play freely, and go do what we got to do. Like, it was a sight to see. And he got MVP of the game, so that was nice.
Do you know Lane Kiffin at all?
No, I didn't have the chance to meet him before I left.
He never did. He, I guess, would he have recruited you? Did he recruit you to Ole Miss?
It was Pete.
Okay, Pete Golding was who recruited. So you never met Lane even during recruitment. What do you think about his offense? I mean, obviously, I played against him a bunch. What do you think about him?
I mean, it's gonna be good to see this year. Like I said, I still got some guys in the building on offense, some young guys. So it's gonna be good to see what they can do in that offense.
Yeah. Hey, before you go, man, give us you mentioned you're in California training. What's next for you as far as this pre-draft process? What are you working on?
Right now, I'm just working out for the combine. So I'm going through all the drills and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna head out to Indy in like a week or 2.
So combine in a couple of weeks, and then pro day at LSU. I presume you'd go through pro day too, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Well, man, we're gonna keep following it. We'll keep in touch. We wish you good health and the best of luck, man. We always appreciate the time when you can spare a few minutes. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's our pleasure. Chris Hilton, former LSU Tiger. Man, how can you not root for that guy? I mean, never can, in an era where everybody leaves. And by the way, I say it all the time. I'm okay with people leaving. I get it. In an era where everybody leaves, that dude was like, nope, not leaving. Playing for my home state. It'll mean more to play for LSU, not putting on another uniform. Like, how can you not, as a fan, love and respect that? Awesome, dude. I hope he stays healthy. I hope he crushes it, man. Look, he's going to go to the combine and run to 40 and like, he's run 40 like 4.3. I mean, he's got a great opportunity ahead of him. He can go prove, if he can stay healthy and perform athletically, he is going to test off the charts and everything if he's healthy. That's like, I'm going long here, but I remember talking to Chris Carrier, who, looks, a lot of you know, CC played at LSU in the 80s, was an all-SEC safety, played in the NFL. CC was a defensive coach at Catholic when I was there, longtime coach at Zachary as well, and also is the head track coach at Zachary. In addition, he doesn't coach football anymore, but he had Chris there. And CC's told me Chris Hilton's the best athlete he's ever coached. Like, high jump champion. I mean, like, he is if he's healthy, which sounds like he is, he's going to go to the combine and test off the charts. Triple, not they don't do triple, the cone drill, the long jump, the standing broad jump, the vertical, the 40 time. Like, Chris Hilton's a freak. He's going to go test off the charts at the Combine. Good for him, man. I hope he crushes it. Good for you. Go get it, man. All right, let me knock out a break, y'all. It's after further review. We'll continue next.
AFR.
We're brought to you by Goodwood, men's sexual wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Hey, look, I tell you all the time about hormone replacement therapy. Men, women, get your levels checked. If you don't know anything about hormone replacement therapy, you need to find out. Our hormones contribute to nearly everything with how we feel, how we act. Do you sleep well at night? Do you wake up full of energy? Do you have mental clarity? You want to clear the brain fog? You want to burn fat, build muscle? All those things, like our hormones contribute to that. And as we age, nobody's exempt. Literally every human, all of us. As we age, and stress can be an accelerator, our bodies produce less of the hormones that contribute to how we feel. Great news. You can safely and affordably supplement to get to healthy levels. Extend your life and your vitality and improve your overall health, mood, well-being, all of it. Simple blood test, y'all. Yourgoodwood.com. Check them out, yourgoodwood.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized, it'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
We ride back and forth till we run out of light. Take it to the barn, put it up for the night. Climb up in the loft.
March Madness is headed to Vegas, and LouisianaSports.net is sending one of you plus a friend with it. We're giving away a 3-night Las Vegas getaway from Wednesday, March 18th through Saturday, March 21st, just in time to watch all the madness. Hotel stay and flights are covered, and all you have to do to enter is head to LouisianaSports.net and click the March Madness getaway link. Sign up now before our March Madness Pick'em launches. Get yourself entered, and you could be watching the tournament from Las Vegas instead of your couch. The winner will be announced Monday, March 2nd.
While we were at the Super Bowl, Rivers was doing this content feature where she talked to a lot of different people, Justin Reed and Annie Agar and Clinton Yates from ESPN Radio, and she would ask like fun questions. And one of them was, if you had a year to train, what Olympic sport do you think you could get closest to medaling in? And the audacity of anyone to even answer that question is crazy to me, because there's this video right now. It's all over social media. I don't know who this guy is. Don't know what country he competes for. I don't even care. I don't even know what this event is called. But he is running uphill on skis at a sub 6 minute mile pace. Let me say this again, okay? This man is running uphill on skis at a sub 6 minute mile pace. I'm here to tell you, 99% of the world could train an entire year just to try to run 1 mile at a sub 6 minute pace and would fail miserably. Homeboy is running up a hill on skis in the snow at a sub 6 minute mile pace. Fundamental absurdity. So again, I don't care what you think you could be good at. If you spend a year training for it, you ain't even coming close to medaling. You ain't even coming close to making the Olympics. Whew. Now, I don't know why any human would want to run up a hill on skis really fast or do a lot of the stupid things associated with the Olympics, especially the Winter Olympics. Like, the Winter Olympics doesn't even feel like sport. It's just, let's see what wacky cold weather tricks we can do. Like, let's slide down an ice mountain head first on a sled and call it skeleton. Okay. Like, that's a sport. Listen, it's hard as hell. You're going 100 miles an hour down a hill head first, down ice? It's patently absurd. It's crazy. It doesn't feel like a sport. But whatever. I don't know why anybody would choose, want to do these things. But God bless, man. That dude running really fast up a hill on skis. Man. All right, we're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New division odds are out for 2026 in the NFL. I'm going to tell you where the Saints fall in the NFC South. South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Southpointvw.com. Remember, they're Louisiana's largest volume Volkswagen dealer. So if you're thinking of buying a vehicle, here's the new year is getting underway. Put Volkswagen on your list. And one of the most important things I can mention, yes, style, feel, performance of luxury, safety features, cost, all that stuff. But remember, they're also manufactured in the US of A at their Chattanooga, Tennessee plant. So no tariffs, and you're supporting American jobs. Get the great German engineering, the safety features, the great price, all of it, and supporting American jobs. South Point Volkswagen. Airline just north of Highland, or southpointvw.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? Super Bowl's in the rearview mirror, so the NFL season's done. And now a lot of people are starting to look ahead early to 2026. And there's still a lot that's going to happen, right? And the league year is going to begin. Free agency is going to start. The draft is still to come. And that will just fundamentally change season outlooks for a lot of teams, right? The Seahawks adding Sam Darnold, they won a Super Bowl. They went from Geno Smith to Sam Darnold and won a Super Bowl. The Saints drafted Tyler Shuck last year. It has fundamentally changed the outlook in the future of this organization. So doing this now comes with a gigantic asterisk, so as to say a lot's going to change and all this is going to evolve. But I think this does speak to a lot of the optimism that is shared, not just with Saints fans or people who cover the team, but the odds makers in Las Vegas who are saying, yeah, no, that looks actually real. So we got this up at louisianasports.net if you want to go check it out. It's the division odds for 2026 for all 8 NFL divisions. You can go read it there for free. Everything's always free over at LouisianaSports.net. In the NFC South, now, of course, the Carolina Panthers are the reigning champion, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are favored to win the South at plus 120, so it's almost even money. The Saints and the Falcons are next, tied at plus 350, and then the defending champion Carolina Panthers, with no respect whatsoever, at plus 425. All that to say, man, there is a really strong look at New Orleans after winning 5 games and 6 games, respectively, the last 2 seasons, as potentially having an emergence, a re-emergence in the NFC South and back to the playoffs in their crosshairs. That is pretty jarring to see that much of a jump in the expectation and perception of that team, even from where they were in the final month of going into the final month of the season to now. That's how much that winning streak with Tyler Shuck at the end of the season did for the perception of this organization moving forward. One of the other really big questions is going to be, what are the Saints going to do here in this offseason? How are they going to tackle some of the big questions? And the biggest question that we're going to talk a lot about is, well, do you extend Chris Olave? We've mentioned that before. We're obviously going to look at what happens with some aging veterans. Taysom Hill, Demario Davis, Cam Jordan, all of those are pretty obvious. What they do in the draft, which, my hope is certainly that they go out in the draft and land a big weapon for Tyler Shuck. And there's a piece up at ESPN.com where they were looking at the offseason for all 32 NFL teams. They looked at the draft outlook and the biggest priorities and so on. And there was one big prediction for the offseason, and the prediction was that the Saints will sign ex-Bills guard David Edwards to a big deal, noting he's the lone exciting player who could be available in the guard market. The offensive line, how about this part? The offensive line is a sneakily solid group when center Eric McCoy is healthy, but it needs better guard play. There's no doubt that the Saints offensive line has been a bit of an Achilles heel, but it is also worth mentioning that, your best offensive lineman, Eric McCoy, got hurt. You're playing Luke Fortner. And then Trevor Penning stunk, and so you traded him. And so then, you had Dylan Raduns in there at left guard. And then you had Caesar Salad at right guard, who isn't very good. You had 2 young tackles. But I could also spin that. And I could go, when Eric McCoy's healthy, you have one of the best centers in the NFL. And then with Kelvin Banks and Taliesin Fuaga, you have your future bookend tackles who are both young players. And Fuaga is going to be going into year 3 and Banks going into year 2. It's solidified in their spot. So you've got center tackle done. Cesar Ruiz is never going to be an elite player, but he's a veteran player who's played a lot of football, and he's going to be better when he's bookended by Eric McCoy and Taliesin Fuaga instead of Luke Fortner and Taliesin Fuaga in his second year, but first playing right tackle, right? I mean, you can see how that all comes together. That's where you're talking about sneakily good. So really your big question is at left guard. Didn't work out with Trevor Penning. You shipped him out. You go into free agency and add a guy like David Edwards. Now you're cooking with grease. I mean, David Edwards is a really good young player. I went and looked up PFF. So he played in 18 games this past year for Buffalo. He's 28 years old. So you're talking about a young veteran. Played at Wisconsin, by the way. So he's played in 103 career games. He came into the league back in 2019. So he's played in 103 games with 77 starts. He's been mostly durable. There's one season, 2022, where he's injured, only played in 4 games. But other than that, he's been a really durable, available guy. PFF this year had him ranked 18th among guards that played at least 1,000 snaps. He was 31st overall among guards, but a lot of those guys, guy plays 4 snaps. He's got a higher rank. But if you're looking at guys that played at least 1,000 snaps, he's 18th. So a good number, a good solid starting player. And the market value for Edwards, who started his career with the Rams and then has spent the last 3 years in Buffalo. The market value, according to Spotrac, is $19.9 million per year. So they project a 3-year, so I'm looking at it, they project a 3-year, $59.7 million contract for Edwards this year in free agency with an average annual value of $19.9 million. So for the Saints, who again shed $30 million of Derek Carr's cap, who finally are out of quote-unquote cap hell, who really only need to restructure to about $30 million worth of contracts instead of $130 million of contracts. Like, it's going to be very doable for this team this year to get into a sensible cap situation, to have money to spend, and that's going to be very affordable. The question is, are they looking in the draft or are they going in free agency? Like, I've been transparent here. I would love to see them go add a veteran guard, which this would check the box, and then go add weapons in the draft. Notably, a receiver at number 8 would be awesome. And I'd feel really good about where that offense moves forward. A healthy offensive line with a young veteran like Edwards, add a weapon or two offensively for Tyler Shuck, another year with consistency in the staff, knowing he's going to get every rep as the starter. Now, all of a sudden, when you think back to how those projections looked for the New Orleans Saints, potentially making their move to get back atop the NFC South this year, feels very doable, very realistic. So we'll follow it, but keep an eye on David Edwards potentially as a target for New Orleans at guard in this free agent cycle. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Supper Club, supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com. Gents, I know you know this, but Valentine's Day Saturday. I mean, if you haven't gotten a reservation, look, they're booked for Saturday, and I'm going to go ahead and guess. I hadn't talked to Leighton, but I'm going to go ahead and guess they're booked for Friday as well. But today's Tuesday, and they're open. How about today or tomorrow, or even Thursday? Get in and have your Valentine's dinner earlier in the week, so then you can go do Mardi Gras this weekend. Endymion Saturday, Eric and I will be down there. Really looking forward to being at the Mardi Gras Ball, the Endymion Ball on Saturday on Valentine's Day. So if that's you, great. Go to Supper Club tonight or tomorrow or Thursday. Get there early. Supperclubbtr.com, supperclubbtr.com for your reservations. Supperclubbtr.com. You have the best meal of your life, whatever it is. If it's one of those elite level steaks, if it's the Chilean sea bass, the veal parm, which I love, told you about a ton, any of the great appetizers, exquisite wine library there as well, great whiskey selection. Telling you, whatever you're looking for, they have it. It'll be the best you ever had. It's at Supper Club. Supperclubbtr.com, right there on Perkins near Bluebonnet. Supperclubbtr.com. All right, y'all, it's After Further Review. We're halfway home on a Tuesday edition of AFR, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Muselab Tigers of the Pros in about 15 minutes. Ryan Miret, freshman offensive lineman for LSU, will be in studio with us here in about a half an hour from right now. First pitch for the baseball Tigers in 3 days. Recap a little what Jay Johnson had to say with reporters before the weekend. We'll get to all that on AFR.
AFR.
Hey, if your heater is not keeping up, or 74 degrees today, you had to switch back to the AC and you're having issues, River City's 1 Hour Air. Look for the big yellow vans and trucks with the giant clock on the side. 752-0001, 752-0001, 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime, and where they have more than double the amount of 5-star Google reviews of the next closest competitor. I love reading those 5-star Google reviews for you because it really illustrates why they're so outstanding at what they do over at River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, 752-0001. Chris Harris said, Joshua, technician, was such a polite, efficient technician. He was knowledgeable, wanted to complete his assignment to our satisfaction. Another 5-star Google review. Don't always hear that when you're talking about HVAC technicians, unless you're talking about River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
I definitely trust the lake to take care of my body. Being the smallest person on the court, I just have to be in a lot better shape than everyone else, just being quicker and faster. Just having that trust on and off the court is going to help you win a lot more games.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs. Set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free confidential help now.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
We've gotten some clarity for some players and have seen some upticks and improvement, particularly on the pitching staff, and feel good about a lot of guys that we can put in the game. Excited about that.
Just 3 days away from baseball at the box. Jay Johnson talking a little bit about the pitching staff and what through these early season scrimmages he feels like they've learned about the pitching staff. One thing that is solidified is Zach Cowan's going to have a pretty key role on this team. And this just dropped into the inbox from Bill Franquez over at LSU Sports Information. LSU righty Zach Cowan been named to the 2026 NCBWA Stopper of the Year preseason watch list. 104 players on the initial watch list for the 21st Annual Stopper of the Year award. And Cowan is it's a really key retention piece for LSU. 5 of Cowan's 6 saves last year came in SEC regular season games. He was awesome in the College World. Look, after getting roughed up against Little Rock in the regional game where LSU had to save their season, he came back in the College World Series against Arkansas and was just outstanding. 5 1/3, 1 run on 4 hits, no walks, struck out 6. Cowan is just undeniably going to be a massive part of this rotation. You're talking about a guy with 54 career appearances between Wofford and LSU. He had 22 appearances a year ago, 52 innings pitched. And just the veteran, he's not going to overpower you, but the veteran presence on the mound, man. It's going to be interesting to me to see how Jay Johnson and Nate Yeske fill roles on this staff. Yeah, as we did sort of a season preview a couple of weeks ago where we looked at the starters, the relievers, and then the lineup and the position players, and just kind of gave you a 10,000-foot overview of all of it. And there's some things that are pretty obvious how it's going to start. You're going to have Kason Evans and William Schmidt and Cooper Moore in the weekend rotation this weekend. And very seldom does it ever end how it starts. One of the things I love when we talk about college baseball is it's a 56-game evolution. It's going through those 56 games to learn about your team, so when you get to the postseason, you've pared down your rotation, you've pared down your bullpen, you know who's going to be your left-handed pinch hitter when you need one, you know what situations you're going to pinch run and what the defensive replacement's going to be. You've gone through the 56-game evolution to get all these answers. I think they pretty definitively know where they want to start, right? I mean, even when you talk about the back of the bullpen, Grant Fontenot and Devin Sheeran are going to be your setup closer. However that goes, 8-9, 9-8, whatever it may be. That's how they want to start. So Cowan may very well end up being a mid-relief guy who can give you some length if you need it, because you know he's certainly capable of doing that. I mean, he was outstanding at the end of games for the bulk of last season, but obviously he's been a starter. He started 17 games at Wofford in his second season there. So how they work through that, the many different options they have on the mound, it's going to be fascinating to watch. Listen, they're going to go and just overpower Milwaukee. And the hard thing when you play a series like this is you're going to overwhelm them because you're so much more talented than they are. So it's going to be difficult not to just get infatuated with the power, but the power arms, the power bats, all of it, because eventually you're going to punch at your own weight. It's one of the detriments of playing a schedule like this when you play Milwaukee and you play teams like this. It gets you innings, gets you at bats against live pitching and an opponent with a pulse that's not wearing your uniform, but this doesn't serve you when you have to go face Arkansas or Mississippi State or Texas A&M or whoever. But Jay Johnson can do whatever he wants, y'all. I mean, he's won 2 of the last 3 national championships. This is how he schedules. At the beginning of the season, he likes to play the Friday games during the day, so he's not playing at night. He'd rather play when the sun's up and it's warmer than playing at night. Okay. Like, anybody arguing with anything Jay Johnson does at this point, it's just you're shouting in the wind. Like, I don't think he's flawless. There'll probably be things I disagree with, but everything he does has logic and sound reasoning behind it, so you can always live with the result. And the result with Jay Johnson typically is really good. Now, another name that's going to be really interesting, we haven't talked about a bunch yet, is Ethan Plog, and Jay Johnson did talk about him. He's going to be a very interesting option coming out of the bullpen, especially just considering he's got a very strange delivery, but could end up becoming a really important, if not situational, lefty out of the bullpen.
I think he's really hard to hit. You know, I told the team after last Sunday that that's as close to doing something that would translate to the major leagues as anybody on our team has done on this field, at least this team this year. And, you know, reminds me of Billy Wagner a little bit, the old Astros left-handed pitcher. And he's really growing in confidence and going to be a very key part of this thing.
Jay Johnson meeting with reporters. Again, this was Friday while we were out at Super Bowl Radio Row. And one more, of course, this Friday, coming up in 3 days, LSU is going to take on Milwaukee. And Jay Johnson gave some early thoughts on the Milwaukee team coming down to Baton Rouge.
I think their strength of the team, at least in my initial evaluation, is they have a lot of returning pitching. They have a lot of guys that have thrown a lot of innings of college baseball. And so I like that. I think we're obviously being really tested by our own pitching staff. And when I say our own pitching staff, I'm talking about like 15 guys on our pitching staff. So there's no break. Like, you get to the 4th inter-squad game and it's the same as the first one. So that's the first thing that jumps out. I think they're well coached. They have a very scrappy brand of offense that they play. They reached out to us about coming here, and usually what I found when coaches do that, they feel pretty good about their team in that season.
What a line. I don't really care what jersey the other team is wearing. I think we're all just glad baseball at the box returns on Friday. We'll get a look at the Jay Johnson squad for the first time. All right, it's after further review. Of course, LSU baseball, proud partner of LSU athletics with Our Lady of the Lake Championship Health partner, the Lake, and our friends over there. Not only do they provide the expert care for all of the LSU athletes, they've been great NIL partners as well with LSU and certainly LSU baseball. EJ Kuiper, the president CEO of FMOL Health, so many great shots of him during the Omaha run. If you're not familiar, EJ, who's the president of FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, before he came to FMOL, he was at a health system in Omaha. So a lot of connectivity there. So he was there with the team for most of that Omaha run last year. So I'm in the dugout a lot. So great, obviously, the folks at Our Lady of the Lake, great supporters of all Tiger sports, and definitely Jay Johnson's squad as Baseball Tigers getting set to open up the season on Friday. And as always, if you're in need of any type of health care, if it's family health, if it's pediatrics, if it's heart, cancer, stroke, anything, orthopedics, our friends at Our Lady of the Lake, they're just the best. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. OLOLRMC.com/LSU. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, y'all, let's after further review. Ryan Miret's going to be here in 15 minutes from right now, freshman offensive lineman. I'm excited about this conversation because this is a guy who was connected to Lane Kiffin and that staff before Lane Kiffin came to LSU. He was committed to Ole Miss when Lane Kiffin took the LSU job. He immediately flipped. He's now enrolled, and he's going to be in our studio in 15 minutes from right now. So excited about that conversation. Let me knock out a quick break, come back, and wrap up hour number 2 next.
AFR.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call the realtor that sells more homes than anyone. Call Darren James. Get your home sold. That's guaranteed. Yep. Darren guarantees he's going to sell your home. It's his guaranteed sale program. It's easy. It works like this. Call Darren. He's going to sit down with you. He'll show you market data. You're going to agree to a price and a deadline. If Darren doesn't sell your home at that price by that deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash, or he'll sell it for you absolutely free. No catch. So what do you have to lose? Call Darren James. 335-7666, 335-7666, 335-7666. That's Darren's cell. Call or text him. 335-7666 or agent225.com, agent225.com. Need to sell your home? You need Darren James, agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates, we know each case and client are unique and that no two cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555 we're here to serve you.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
She thinks my tractor sexy.
All right, wrapping up hour number 2. Glad to have you hanging out with us here as always. We do appreciate our friends over at Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Hey, remember, yes, obviously they sell tractors. Mention that all the time. But they also sell small construction equipment. It's not just lawnmowers and ag. They got lawnmowers and got ag equipment, but they have small construction equipment as well. So you need a Deere for your next project. You need Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Sunnyquip.com, sunnyquip.com, sunnyquip.com. All right, it's after further review. Ryan Miret in studio will be with us here on air in about 10 minutes from right now. Very excited to talk to LSU's freshman offensive lineman. Remember, was committed to Kiffin at Ole Miss. When Kiffin came to LSU, flipped. Now he's on campus. He's enrolled. He'll be going through spring. Excited to talk to Ryan here in just a smidge. Also, LSU basketball back on the hardwood tonight. We'll get a preview of LSU and Arkansas coming up next hour. Right now, though, Muso. Tigers in the pros.
Tigers in the pros. They still bleed purple and gold. They're just really rich now.
All right, so Will Campbell met with reporters here on Tuesday and revealed that he was playing through a torn ligament in his knee for the majority of his rookie season, and definitely throughout the postseason, where there were some struggles. In addition to revealing that torn ligament, he also was very candid in talking about his struggles throughout the postseason.
I was picked high, paid a lot, so people expect a certain thing, and I expect more of myself. So whenever I don't perform, I don't expect, everyone to be like, it's okay, buddy. I mean, obviously it sucks, but it doesn't suck for anyone more than it sucks for me.
When he's healthy next season, the comeback's just going to be absolutely fantastic.
He had a good year.
From the minor setback that it was, look out, 66 is coming with a vengeance. Cam Thomas, a night ago, unfortunately missed yet again for the Brooklyn Nets. Been dealing with a couple nagging injuries. We will keep you posted there. Naz Reid was on the floor for the Timberwolves. 21 minutes off the bench, 7.6 boards, 2 steals, a block, 2 assists. Normal Naz Reid stat sheet. Just fills it up in really every possible way.
You just buried the lead, bro. Naz Reid was in a fight last night. Come on, dog.
Naz Reid got in a fight last night.
Come on, dog.
I didn't see
Naz Reid
this.
got in a fight last night, bro. Come on.
Did he win?
He's an alien. Of course he was.
Well, I mean, there's other aliens on an NBA court, man. They're all giant.
No, not with the Predator dreads.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's Naz Reid last night.
He is just dragging a human.
Yeah, big dude. There it is.
Yeah.
That's way more important than whatever else you were saying, Muse.
Yeah, 7 and 6, couple steals, couple assists,
And a
block
fight.
shot.
Oh, by the way, also got into a giant fight.
Got in a fight.
Benches clearing, got ejected from the game. Yeah.
Oh, man, that kind of looks like a baseball fight. Just grabbing jerseys and being pulled apart. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't really want to do that with Nas, but I'm just saying. Trenton Watford did get a start for the 76ers. 25 minutes. He turned in 12 and 3 that night. Good to see him back in the starting lineup. Remember, injury took him out. And speaking of injuries, Duop Reith had a season-ending injury. Ended up being placed on waivers. The Hawks was traded to the Hawks, and they have now placed him on waivers just days after acquiring him. So we'll see what's next. He's out for the year, and he'll be recovering. That's Tigers in the Pros.
Presented by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. Locations all over South Louisiana, including Youngsville. Been mentioning they are looking for qualified, experienced technicians at the Youngsville location in Shawville. So if you live in Youngsville, if you live near Youngsville, if you might move to Youngsville, one of the fastest growing communities in the state of Louisiana, Shawville is looking to hire you. They have a robust bonus program. They've got awesome benefits, 5-day work week, and working for a great local company. Shawbill's Tire and Auto Service. You can apply online. Get more info there at ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com, Shawbill's Tire and Auto Service. Name brand tires at wholesale prices. They treat you like family. We just keep you coming back year after year after year after year. It's Shawbills. ShawBillsTire.com. Shawbills, where we keep you rolling. Hey, one other quick note. The the draft is right around the bend. And Adam Schefter was on McAfee Show earlier today and said there's actually a change potentially coming to the NFL draft.
Right now, it's 3 years in the NFL, and this has not been out there at all, so you can put it on your bottom line. There's going to be a push by at least one team this offseason to extend the NFL trade limits from 3 years of picks to 5 years of picks.
That chorus of angels that you hear singing in the background is Mickey Loomis. Old gum-smacking Mick, fired up. He could trade away future draft capital potentially up to 5 years now, not just 3. Who cares? Let's move up. They'll give us more picks. You mean we could trade out to 2037? Let's go. Oh, Mick. I wonder if Mick listens to the show.
I'm going to say no. Probably not anymore, at least. If he did, I don't think he listens anymore.
Want to bet?
He might. But I don't think so.
You want to bet? Hey, Mick. Stop trading all your picks away. Draft good players. All right, hour 3 is next. Stay here at AFR.
After further review.
Hey, we're brought about Arco Power Systems. ARCCO, Arco.com, Arco.com, Arco.com. Big old business that before we started talking about it, you may not have heard about because, quite honestly, I hadn't either. But, man, when you start peeling back the layers there, you realize they are so impressive and awesome people, too. One of the things that strikes you the most, they have, like, you don't build a giant business that goes north to Little Rock, east to Mobile, west to San Antonio, all points in between, servicing businesses if you ain't doing something right. Smart, great people that are there to serve as well in some of the toughest moments. Let's be honest, man. When the power goes out, when a storm comes, rain, hurricane, ice, you got to get back online. Arco Power Systems, this is industrial Generac generator power. It's not for your home. Your business, your commercial building, your industrial facility, your municipality, Arco Power Systems. Arco.com, Arco.com.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
Dr. Johnson, that's my guy. He gonna tell me when I need to do better. He gonna tell me when I need to slow down. And I trust him 100%. The medical care that I receive at LSU and with Our Lady of the Lake is top tier. I really trust what they telling me, and they keep me right.
I'm lawyer Collins Locke Meredith. Among the most important factors to consider when you're hiring an injury attorney is trust. You trust your attorney will put your interest first, treat you with respect, fairness, and honesty. You trust them to be there for you when you need them. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, thousands of clients have trusted us to represent them, and for good reasons. Please visit us at LockeMeredith.com to learn more, and whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. You have nothing to lose.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. And when you're cooking with clean, affordable propane, you're cooking with gas. In the wintertime, nothing heats a home like Louisiana propane. And when you need hot water, propane's got you covered. Oh, and you won't regret that propane generator when the power goes out. I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and to find more information and to find a propane dealer near you, visit LouisianaPropane.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Christine Lisi. A lot of star power missing for the Lakers tonight against the Spurs. LA ruled out LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Marcus Smart in the second half of a back-to-back. It'll be the 18th missed game for LeBron, which prevents him from reaching the 65-game threshold to be eligible for season awards. His all-NBA streak will end at 21 seasons. Celtics forward Jason Tatum, after his first 5-on-5 scrimmage with players since tearing his Achilles last May, said he was feeling pretty good, but cautioned the latest step in his recovery does not mean his return is imminent. ESPN NBA analyst Janae Agwumake.
For Jason Tatum, I do believe that mental part is the hardest part, because it's something where your body is fine, but your mind is the one that's going to provide those questions for you. There's a bad pass. You have to jump. You're like, ooh, am I good? Yeah. But the play action is still happening. But still, the timeline for him is very advantageous. I just feel like the Celtics have already done their job for this season. There's no pressure for him to return.
The U.S. women's Olympic hockey team rolled by Canada 5-0 in the preliminary round finale. Team USA finished first in Group A.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane studio.
Let's ride!
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
And Mr. Toby Topley. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you are driving home with us. Tiger basketball in the hardwood tonight against Kansas. 3 hours from tip. Get your preview a bit later this hour. Jimmy will be here for Otterlocks. Excited about this, man. Ryan Miret, freshman offensive lineman, in studio with us now. Just signed with the Tigers in the December signing period. He's enrolled here for the spring semester. He'll be going through spring football with the Tigers. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed to be here and excited to hear what you have to ask me.
Thank you, man. It's good. We're glad you came in studio. Welcome to Baton Rouge. This is a quick turnaround for you. You were committed to Ole Miss. When Kiffin came, you flipped. So just give me an early impression of Baton Rouge and LSU. What have you thought so far?
Okay,
Here
so
for a month.
First of all, I obviously didn't have an idea of what I'd be going into. It was all very quick, but I love the town. It's amazing. I've already built so many good relationships with a lot of my teammates. Just from sophomores, seniors, O-linemen at any position. Our locker room culture is just very family orientated, and the vibes are good, but we also have a strict standard too that we stick by. So I'm definitely loving it here.
Love to hear that, especially because new coaching staff, so many new players. Dear, you already got that culture building, which is great to hear. Did you know anything did LSU recruit you?
No, I never got. I didn't even have the LSU offer. So
wow. Let's just do the chronology, right? Let's go back and then we'll work our way forward. So, you're playing out your senior year of high school. You're committed to Ole Miss, yes, and then all the stuff starts as Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss. What was that like for you when you started to hear all the could he be leaving Ole Miss stuff?
Yeah, so I was just so first it was they went to the top 2 schools, which was either Florida or LSU, and if it really did come down to it, I would have been okay with with going to Florida if he made that decision, because I was just locked in with him, and it was the entire staff. It wasn't just him that left. It was the entire offensive staff, excluding the offensive line coach.
Right.
So I mean, it was like the whole deal. Like, just like staying at Ole Miss would have like had too many like question marks, for me, and that was the biggest reason.
Why were you so locked in with Lane and the staff?
I mean, just look at their output. Like last season they recorded I want to say 500 yards per game, which is, I mean, crazy. And like considering like my wrestling background, I really like enjoy the tempo offense. Like we're just going nonstop, and I feel like I have the conditioning to kind of be ready for that. And I mean, like there's just so many guys, Coach Craig, Coach Wolford, that have like crazy NFL experience. Like Coach Wolford has put like 50 plus O-linemen in the NFL. And I mean, he's coached at Alabama, coached at Kentucky, so he has that SEC experience. And Craig won the 2019 Joe Moore Award as well. So that's another guy that's just there that has done it before and like kind of like has seen like the vision of like what a championship team looks like. So
did you know? So when you were so James Craig, everyone here remembers James Craig, of course, as Ryan mentioned, was the offensive line coach on the 2019 championship team. And was an assistant offensive line coach last year at Ole Miss. Did you know James Craig during your recruitment at all?
Yes,
at Ole Miss?
I did. So I actually had a good relationship with him. He was already kind of like explaining to me like his like career, and I was already kind of aware of what he did at LSU beforehand. So the fact that he also came along was definitely like made it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
And Coach Kevin Smith, the running backs and assistant head coach, he actually was my area recruiter back when he recruited me from Ole Miss. And he was actually alumni from my local high school, Miami Southridge Senior High School.
Okay.
And he holds the all-time rushing yards at my school. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is pretty good at football.
Yeah, very good at football.
At all levels. I remember watching him at UCF and obviously in the NFL as well. So there is still even a lot of connective tissue. But what's interesting is the offensive line coach, John Garrison, is the one guy that didn't come. Did that give you any pause at all when Garrison didn't come with the staff?
Yeah, it was a huge pause because I had a tremendous relationship with him, and I mean it sucks that like situation happened the way it happened, but at the end of the day, I have to do what's best for me and my family, because everyone, at the end of the day, that's what everyone's doing. So yeah, here I am.
So Ryan Morett, freshman offensive lineman, in studio with us. So take me to all right. So Lane Kiffin I think he takes the job on Sunday, flies to Baton Rouge, has that introductory press conference on Monday. Right then and thereafter is when you flip. So when was the first time? I guess did Lane call you and say?
Yeah,
hey,
so it was actually so like Goldine and Lane were kind of like contacting me back and forth, and it was very like I guess I'd say like uncomfortable, like I wasn't used to like that because it was very like but yeah, he did contact me, and so did Coach Goldine, and I just kind of heard out like both of their scenarios and plans that they had for me, because that is what I asked them, like at the end of the day, what is your plan for me? And I mean, like LSU was just the better option to go with. So, and I mean, as far as like the campus and like life and all that, I mean, it's amazing. Like we literally, like our dorms are like across the street from the facility, and then across from the facility is the stadium. And we even have like a supermarket on the bottom of our dorms. Like, so on the first floor, it's a supermarket. And then the second floor is like the dorms. The third floor is the dorms. So you literally just go downstairs and you have your supermarket to get whatever you need. So that's also like just those little things that LSU has here that's just uncomparable to any other program in college football.
Yeah, bro. It's come a long way since I was a student at LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is amazing what you're talking about right there by Skip Bertman and Nicholson. I want to ask too about Coach Wolford. How much time have you, or when did you meet him? How much time have you gotten to spend with him so far? Like, what have been the impressions there?
Yeah, so once I did flip, I want to say I was probably like I probably got to meet him within like a week, because they did like they hadn't made the hire yet, and then once they did, I went ahead and got into contact with him. But he's a great guy, and he has a great plan for all of us. So.
Was the first time you came to campus when you moved in?
No, I came on an unofficial visit, and like obviously like it was a dead period, so I wasn't able to like talk or see like any of the coaches or go inside the facility. But I just like I went with my family, my mom, my dad, and my twin sister, and we just kind of checked out the entire like campus, and I mean it was great. Like we weren't like it was amazing.
So you signed on that Wednesday in December.
Yes, and then that same Saturday we flew to Baton Rouge.
Got it. So
and
you
then
signed
went to New Orleans for a little bit, and then came down to Baton Rouge.
What'd you do in New Orleans?
We went down. I'm not sure exactly where we went, but it was like a strip, and like there was like a bunch of restaurants and stuff. I don't know if it was bourbon.
But it's probably in the French Quarter, like bunch of old buildings down by the river and all that. Yeah, French.
And like we ate beignets.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you went to Cafe Du Monde is where you went.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. It's just, did it feel at all like parts of Miami?
Not at all. It honestly, it felt completely different. And like it's two different things. I mean, and they're both like it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing that like me being here at LSU like. Rather than Ole Miss, is that Ole Miss like it's the campus, and then that's really it. And then here like it's like a city, and then you have a New Orleans like an hour away, so it's definitely a lot like similar and like more comfortable for me to be here just because of the fact that it's so similar to Miami.
LSU freshman offensive lineman Ryan Miret's in studio with us. You mentioned when you got to look at campus with your family, and now you've been here for a month as well. What else has stood out about being at LSU? You mentioned like the dorm and being across from the facility. I mean, that being central located is awesome. Is anything else sort of struck you or stood out to you so far since you've been here about either campus or Baton Rouge?
Honestly, just having a chance to like check out all the other different sports that you guys have here. Like I've gone to.
You guys have.
We have.
There it is.
See, I'm still adjusting to that. I've only been here for 4 weeks.
We did that in the break too. Ryan said we were talking about the baseball team, and he said, you guys have a good baseball team. I said, Ryan, you have a good baseball team. You're a Tiger, man.
That's right.
Yeah, man. You'll get it, though. No, so go ahead. You said the other sports, yeah?
Yeah, so just, like, going to the other sports, like the tennis, volleyball, basketball, girls basketball, like literally any sport. Like, I just enjoy, like, being able to, like, cheer for, like, a team and, just being able to, like, go to stuff that's, like, other than, like, going to things other than football,
You're going to have a lot of those options, man.
Yep.
All right, sit tight. I want to knock out a quick break, come back, we'll do another segment. I want to talk some football with you when we come back, okay? We'll talk about, like, how you're going to fit in, the X's and O's, what you all are doing now, the workouts, all that stuff. We're going to dive into that. I'm sure you're very comfortable talking about. I want to talk about your wrestling background, too. So we'll get into that. Ryan Miret's in studio with us. Don't you move. It's AFR.
After further review.
We're brought to you by the Watermark in the Renaissance. Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown, two amazing hotel properties. As a matter of fact, whenever Ryan and the Tigers take on Clemson, the season opener, come up on Labor Day weekend, that Friday before the game. You know where they're going to be staying? Renaissance Baton Rouge. That's where the team goes the night before the game, so a lot of LSU fans like to set up shop there. It ain't too early to start thinking about it, man. Before you know it, fall is going to be here, or at least planning for fall is going to be here. You want to get your room for those football weekends? You can already book it now at the place where the Tigers stay at Renaissance Baton Rouge. Remember, it's the Watermark Downtown, Renaissance Southtown, and maybe it's not about an overnight stay or a trip or something like that. Maybe you got an event coming up here in 2026, a fundraiser. Maybe it's a wedding reception, a board meeting, something along those lines. Our friends over at Renaissance Baton Rouge can host you, or Watermark Downtown. So call my friend Allison Crump at the Watermark or Renaissance Baton Rouge.
Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates has won for our clients over $175 million over the decades, but our greatest success is our clients who have chosen and trusted us to help them. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call. You've got nothing to lose.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan. If you get injured, you could be staring at medical bills, repair costs, and lost income. Life can be turned upside down. At Lock Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we'll work to turn your world right side up. Hire us, and like thousands of our clients, you'll be glad you did.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish contractors can do it all.
mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here, helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
My father, J.B. Falgu, had a vision of growth for First American Bank and the communities we serve. The bank's foundation was built on his legacy of compassion, loyalty, and dedication. Through his years of leadership, First American has prospered to heights even J.B. could not have imagined. I know my father would be extremely proud of the customer service and financial stability that First American provides to Southeast Louisiana. We continue to thrive because of the legacy of J.B. Falgu.
Supreme Jasmine is premium.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Big shout out as always to Sunshine. Newest location almost ready right there on Pico. If you're driving down I-10, the new Pico exit between Seagan and Highland, you can see it from the interstate. Gorgeous. Can't wait for the grand opening, the ribbon cut, and better bet we'll be there. Ryan Miret, LSU freshman offensive lineman, hanging out in studio with us. Was an Ole Miss commit when Lane Kiffin took the LSU job. He flipped, signed with the Tigers. Now an early enrollee, been on campus for about a month, kind of walking through this. Hey, you mentioned that you all are kind of go through workouts. So what's a day like right now for you?
So as of right now, so we have 3 lift groups. So we'll start off. I'm in the first lift group. So my lift starts at 6 a.m. And then yeah, so getting used to that.
What time did you wake up for high school?
Probably like 5:30.
Okay, so 6 a.m. is not bad.
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible, but it's still something like to get used to. I wake up at like 4:50 just so I can I have a ton of time to just get ready and like fuel up and hydrate, because you can't go in those workouts and not eat anything. You won't make it. So
are y'all working out? Because I saw like some of the videos they posted. It's like with the strength staff. Like, are you doing conditioning on the field or is it all weight room?
Yes. So once we start, we like go over all our like mobility, stretching, like kind of like speed stuff, and then after that we'll go into our conditioning, and then straight from conditioning we'll throw off our cleats, throw off our catapults, and then throw on our like sneakers and run in the weight room and start squatting, benching, whatever the lift has for us.
Tell me about Nick Savage, the new strength and conditioning coach. Because I was telling Ryan off air, but for the benefit of the audience, had a really good relationship with Tommy Moffitt for a lot of years. And then, got to know Jake Flint a little bit. Well, now there's more turnover, so I don't know Coach Savage at all. So, tell me about it.
So that's actually another guy that was a part of the Ole Miss staff. That's just another piece that also came along with that whole transfer of coaches. But yeah, he's a great guy. I've known him since I've been committed to Ole Miss and was recruited there. And he actually has a relationship with one of my high school tight end coaches, because my coach, he played at Florida back when Savage was the strength coach at Florida.
Okay.
And he also has a good relationship with him, so I kind of got to hear about Savage from another perspective of someone who played and was coached by him already. So
who is that?
Gamble, Kamari Gamble.
Okay. He played at Florida.
Tight end at Florida.
Okay, yeah. No, God, I do remember that name.
Maury Gamble.
He was your coach in high school?
Yeah. See, so he actually came back my junior and senior year. He came back with another one of my coaches, Coach Q, and they're just helping the team out now.
Okay.
So he's coaching like wide receivers, and then Q is coaching the corners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting, man. So
just alumni coming back and supporting the
yeah,
team.
man.
It's pretty special.
So Savage, is he a loud, like yeller, high intense guy?
Yes.
A lot of strength coaches are.
It's super high intense. He's always screaming. If he's not screaming, there's probably something wrong. I don't know. But he's like off the, that's like kind of his like, like weight training mode, but like off the like, practice, like aside from practice, he's a great guy, and he's very nice family and like a super cool guy to be around and kind of like have mentor you.
Yeah. Hey, you mentioned that you wrestled in high school, and I'm a big MMA fan as well.
Okay, I'm a huge UFC fan.
Are you really?
Yeah.
All right. So who's your favorite fighter?
Justin Gaethje.
Most entertaining fighter in the promotion. Ain't no doubt about that.
And everyone was sleeping on him versus Pimblett.
I was.
And I stayed true to the guy I cheer for, and he ended up coming out on top. So that felt amazing.
Dude, the reality is in that sport, everybody's day comes. Right? Like you lose your chin, whatever the case, like it doesn't matter who you are. Anderson Silva, like everybody. Like your day comes. Yeah. And I thought that day had come for Justin Gaethje. I thought we were on the backside. And so I like Patty in that fight. And, bro, that was a war, by the way. Yeah. But Gaethje, man, he's props to him. It's incredible. But I brought that up because the guys with a wrestling background in MMA are always the toughest to deal with. Mm-hmm. Because most of these dudes can stand and strike. But when you're on the ground and you have a plan, you're a problem. So I think wrestling actually translates incredibly to other sports. First of all, how good of a wrestler were you?
So I placed. I was an All-American at the U.S. Open in 2023 in Greco-Roman, and then my junior year I went 29-0 and won states in the state of Florida. So
it's pretty good.
Wrestling. Yeah, pretty good.
And so whoever the kids were in in the heavyweight division are really excited that you early enrolled so that someone else have a chance to win state this year. Whoever that kid is, put an asterisk next to that.
Yeah, the kid who was number 2, like he's actually he's a nice kid. I beat him last year in the state semifinals. But he actually messaged me and was like, "Thank God, thank God you're not wrestling this year."
Oh man,
yeah.
So I love that so much, dude. How does wrestling help in football?
So like obviously it helps with your core, like your balance, your hand-eye coordination, like just being able to like get your hands like on like the fit that you want to get it on, like, and just kind of like just the conditioning. And honestly, like another huge part from wrestling is just like your mindset, like to be a wrestler, like you get put through like all different types of intense workouts, and you're on the mat like training for 3 hours straight, and just to get ready to wrestle a 6-minute match, and just like that mentality that wrestlers have is just, I feel like it's just like different compared to any other sport.
Ain't no doubt about it, man. I love hearing that you wrestled. Ryan Miret's in studio with us. Do you know like what position they project you to play?
Oh, center.
Okay, so you can play center.
Yeah, so I've always.
And you're a wrestler and you played center. Dude, you're gonna, man, I just got really excited about that. Yep. All right, I'm sorry, I interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I played center all throughout high school. That was like my main. Like I'm obviously an interior O lineman. I can play any 3 of those positions on the interior. But I mean, like playing center is just kind of like second nature for me. It's like the first position I started out on. So I wouldn't say like putting my hand in the dirt feels weird, but I mean, like having my hand on the ball is just feels second nature for me. So being behind like Braylon Moore, the senior, is super special. He's a great guy, super friendly. We have a great relationship already, and I mean he's a super good guy to just learn like everything I can from him. So
is this a year where you play? I mean, obviously Braylon is entrenched as the starter, where you come in looking to maybe sit, possibly redshirt, grow, develop. I mean, is that sort of the plan, or do you battle for one of the guard spots?
Yeah. So I think the plan is probably to just do that first option that you said. That's probably the plan for me, and then I mean, yeah, if anything happens, I'm there ready to play those 4
Yeah.
games that they give us.
What do you think? What do you think you need to work on the most as you transition from being obviously like a dominant high school lineman to being someone who's ready to roll in the SEC?
Just kind of like probably the playbook. I mean, our playbook is so in depth, like just kind of getting used to like the speed and the tempo of everything, and just kind of like all the different like pieces that are added onto you that aren't in like a original like high school playbook. I mean, it's uncomparable the amount of like different things that are in this playbook that, you know, obviously weren't in my high school playbook. So just getting used to that. And also probably just like the schedule, like kind of just the heavy schedule that we have, like, you know, just waking up at 6 a.m. and then still having class at 5 p.m. and finishing your day out at 6:20. So, but I mean, that's part of it. That's part of the grind. And, you know, I'm super grateful to be in this position because, you know, a lot of people wish to be in the position that I'm in. So yeah, just super grateful to have this opportunity to be playing for the Louisiana State Tigers.
You also said that early enrolling was a big advantage for you.
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Just being able to get here and just, you know, like get your foot in the ground and, you know, just kind of learn and like, you know, just learn your surroundings and just get like the hang of like everything like that college like gives you is just a huge advantage. You know, just being here for 6 months, being able to like, you know, get on the nutrition program that they have for you, being able to get into that strength and conditioning program that they have for you already, and just, you know, getting the chance to like start learning, you know, everything that you need to know as far as the playbook and all that. Yeah, 6 months before you know, even get there. So
yeah,
it's just a huge advantage.
Ryan Miret, our guest in studio. All right, before you go, I know you said you're not going to the basketball game tonight because you said like you got class and you're tired, like long days, right? Okay. Tonight, it's cool though. Tonight they're playing Arkansas. Paul, can you pull this up? All right, so they're giving the first 2,000 students. Have you seen this?
No.
So they're giving the first 2,000 students a City Edition jersey. What do you think of that?
That looks pretty cool.
What do you think of alternates?
That would be sick. I mean, the tiger on the top right and then the city on the bottom. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know that they got your size, Ryan. That's probably the problem.
You don't think they have 2X?
You've been a 2X?
Yeah, I'm a 2X.
Come on.
You can check.
I'll take you at your word. I mean, it's kind of like if I was wearing a schmedium or something like that, you in a 2X. But hey, you say you're a 2X, I'll take you at your word, brother. You got a 2X. Yeah, man, I'm a little, you know, here's the thing about it. I'm such a traditionalist when it comes to uniforms. Like, who's your favorite team? Any sport. You cheer for like the Miami team, cheer for the Dolphins.
Say Florida Panthers.
Why? Oh, well, because obviously won a few cups down there. Yeah.
And then I am a Miami fan. Miami Hurricanes fan.
Miami Hurricanes. What about no Dolphins?
Yeah, I'm a Dolphins fan as well.
All the teams.
I wouldn't like. I don't really watch, like I said, basketball or baseball as much. I definitely watch a lot more basketball, mostly college basketball.
Yeah. Okay. Should we say Dolphins?
Yes.
Okay. So Dolphins have like a great traditional look. Like when they wear alternates, I'm like, why would you screw up a good thing?
Yeah, the black was kind of, I mean, it was definitely cool, like to switch it up, but I mean, it was kind of weird, like not seeing the Dolphins in a bright, like poppy color.
So like LSU has this thing where they wear white jerseys at home. You know this?
Yes.
So it's the tradition. It's a gold helmet, white jersey, gold pants. And so I'm like, when you have an iconic look, don't mess with it, man. Wear the awesome iconic look. Like if you're the you have an iconic look. Wear your look. You know what I mean? Like if you're USC or Penn State or Ohio State or Alabama or LSU, with your white jersey. So whenever they wear the alternates, I kind of get like old guy triggered. I'm like, what are we doing, man? How do you feel about alternates now that I laid that out for you? Like, are you okay? Because LSU starting to change it up. Kelly would let the players pick what combos they want to watch. I hated that. Or wanted to wear. How do you feel about it?
I mean, honestly, have no problem with alternates. I mean, like sticking with like the away jersey and the home jersey is cool, but like maybe like 2 games a year, just going into those alternate jerseys is like cool for I think maybe the fans. The fans love to see the new jersey combos, but
I don't think so, dude. I think it's for the players. I think the young guys like to wear the alternates.
Yeah. I honestly have no problem. Like I love the colors that we have here, so I have no problem with whatever.
My guy just dropped a wee. Look at him. Let's go. We're getting there, bro. We're getting there. I love it. Ryan Morett, this is fun, man. Thank you so much for coming in, man. Wish you a lot of health and success and good luck in school and getting ready for your freshman year and all that stuff, man. Spring practice. They haven't told you to start spring yet?
No, not
Yeah,
yet.
they haven't announced those dates yet. So I'll be right around the bend, man. Wish you good luck, and we'll keep in touch, all right?
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That's our pleasure,
Go
man.
Tigers.
Go Tigers. How about it, man? Freshman Ryan Miret joined us here in studio. I said Miret again. Morett. I'll break that habit. Morett. Dude, I'm a Moscona. You know how many times people butcher those vowels? Ooh. The voice guy on the station butchers it all the time, too. All right, it's after further review. Let me knock out a quick break. We'll come back and continue. Got to get a preview of that basketball game tonight, and Jimmy will be here for Auto Locks in about 15 minutes. It's AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. You've been injured in an accident. It's not your fault. Do what injured people in our state have done for 3 decades. Get Gordon and get it done. Remember, you can always go online, getgordon.com, getgordon.com, getgordon.com. It doesn't matter what kind of accident you've been in. We talk about it often. Yes, car wrecks, big truck wrecks, but also, workers' comp, slip and fall. Any type of accident that's not your fault that has inhibited your ability to work or make money or your quality of life, whatever it may be. Gordon and his team will go to work to get you the most amount of money that you're entitled to get your life back to normal. And they have offices all over the state of Louisiana. So wherever you are, there's a Gordon McKernan Injury Attorney's office near you. All you got to do is call 888-8888. Call the 8s. 888-8888. 888-8888. Or go to getgordon.com. Getgordon.com for Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Great sponsor of the Tigers. You know what to do. Get Gordon. Get it done.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Most roofers just replace your shingles. At Pelican, we diagnose your roof, digging deep down to find the root cause of your roof symptoms. Now cough for me? Good. We don't ignore your roof's issues, we address them. Let's just take care of this right here. Helping your roof to become the best version of itself. Interesting that you would say that. How does that make you feel? So call Pelican Roofing for your free roof checkup today.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Stands what gets me. She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Man, that was great, man. I really enjoyed that conversation. You talk a lot of time. If you're just joining us, Ryan Miret, freshman offensive lineman, was here in studio with us for a couple of segments. Whenever you talk to young people, you remind yourself a lot that they're young people, right? And you're in a phase of life where it's growth and maturation and development. And some young people just are more mature than others. And you think about like that young guy should be in the spring semester of his senior year of high school. And instead he's going to class in college, and you heard him say, like, they work out at 6, but he gets up at 4:30 so he can get some food in him and fuel and be ready to go. And like, it's just a very mature decision. Well, if you're getting up at 4:30, guess what? You're going to bed early. And you're getting to class and doing all the right things. So good for him, man. That's that was one that whenever you go through the whole recruitment process, a lot of times about players for years because they're on your radar. Like we had Shea on earlier today, and you talk about, for example, we were talking about Jaden Miles. Jaden Miles, a high-profile running back at Catholic in Baton Rouge. So, by the time Jaden Miles shows up on campus, and here's hoping it's at LSU, we're going to be talking about that kid for 2 years, man. Maybe longer. But a guy like Ryan, he said LSU, the previous staff, didn't offer him. So he was never on any of our radar at all. And then, boom, Lane Kiffin's hired, and within 3 days, that dude has flipped to LSU, is signed with LSU, and then that weekend, he and his family are here on campus for the first time. Sight unseen, signed with LSU, having never been here. So we're all learning, but man, what an impressive young guy. Even just talking to him before the segment and breaks and all. So y'all go follow Ryan on socials. Twitter, it's Ryan_Miret, Miret. Ryan_Miret is where you can follow him on Twitter. He's on Instagram as well. So highly recommend, man. Y'all go give him a follow and shout him out and thank him for coming on the show and wish him luck and all that stuff. So really cool. Great convo. I enjoyed that, man. Hope you did as well. All right, it's after further review. I do want to dive into this basketball game here in just a quick second, almost out of obligation. We are brought to you by First South Farm Credit. Our Tuesday shows are brought to you by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. So obviously, if you're in agriculture, most every farmer, I would assume, already knows about First South Farm Credit. They've been first in agriculture for more than 100 years, since 1916. FirstSouthLand.com, FirstSouthLand.com. But it's not just buying land for agriculture. As we commonly remind you, maybe you're looking for an investment property. Hey, look, I know this much. 1492 Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Feels like all the dirt on the face of planet Earth has kind of been discovered. Like, we kind of know where it all is. They ain't going to make more of it unless you're Elon and you're going to go colonize the moon. But I'm not really interested in getting on a rocket ship and traveling for 6 months to the moon or whatever, 2 days to the moon or 6 months to Mars or whatever it is. I'm not really interested in that. I kind of like it here. You want to buy a piece of dirt? First South Farm Credit can help make it happen. If it's that recreational property, investment property, maybe it's 100 acres to build your family's dream home, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. FirstSouthLand.com. FirstSouthLand.com. Matt McMahon on his radio show on Monday night unfortunately confirmed the news. DJ Thomas will miss another game. He's missed 7 of the 10 conference games. This will be now 8 of 11. Thomas did, however, play when LSU went to Fayetteville and lost at Bud Walton Arena a couple of weeks ago on that Saturday night where the Tigers had a lead, lost it, and ended up losing an 85-81 decision. But here was Matt McMahon on his radio show talking about facing the Hogs for the second time.
Well, they're going to be aggressive defensively and try to force those turnovers, knowing that the shot blocking is there to back them up. So we've got to do a great job taking care of the ball there. From our standpoint, they're playing the same way. The one difference, Carter Knox and DJ Wagner were out injured in their win over Mississippi State on Saturday. I have not seen the report as to what their availability will be for tomorrow night's game. Now, Knox hurt us on the offensive glass in the first matchup, but like we did in the second half at ACUF, Mississippi State threw the kitchen sink at him. None of it seemed to be very effective with his performance again on Saturday. So we've got to find ways to slow him down.
So Knox and Wagner, who you heard Matt McMahon refer to there, are both officially doubtful for tonight's game, according to John Calipari. Now, they've each started 18 games for the Hogs this season. Both didn't play against Mississippi State, as you heard McMahon say. So Knox he's a wing. He's a 38% shooter from three. He's averaging 8 points a game. Wagner was a McDonald's All-American who was at Kentucky and followed Cal to Arkansas when he went over there. And he's been a pretty key guy for Arkansas. So you have one primary starter, one guy who's a real key contributor off the bench. Tigers are a 5.5-point underdog in this game, and it's just impossible to pick LSU to win at this point, especially if you're going to be without your best player in DJ Thomas. And it's disappointing. I'm not. Listen, this isn't to excuse anything. It sincerely isn't. They're 2-8, and that's unacceptable considering the investment that they made in this team. You've lost DJ Thomas and Jalen Reed. If you had those two guys or even just Thomas, I think it's fair to say you win that SEC opener against A&M. You beat Kentucky, who beat you on a buzzer beater. And you probably don't blow a 15-point lead at home against Georgia. I mean, just those three right there get you to 5-5. And at 5-5, nobody's throwing a ticker tape parade, but at 5-5, you're in the bubble conversation. And that's been I think the biggest difference here is you can't losing your best player would hurt any team. But also losing a player and it so thoroughly crippling your ability to win games is the unacceptable, disappointing part of this. So we'll see how they fare tonight. I do want one of those City Edition unis. Muse, does this surprise you that I want the City Edition uniform?
It does. I'm not.
I
Yes,
know.
that surprises the hell out of me.
I can see the angst.
I think they're bad. I think they're real bad.
Yeah, they are.
They're horrible.
Yeah, they are.
I wouldn't want that giveaway. I'm just saying.
I mean, of course they're atrocious.
And that's just the giveaway, right? LSU's not wearing this.
Well, the thing on LSU basketball, it says wear. The weird thing is, they put out a post that said wear purple. Look, pull that up, Paulie. So they're telling everybody to wear purple, and the photo is Markel Sutton wearing purple for tonight, and I'm like, and Tiger Girls are going to perform at halftime as well. Shout out.
That'd be awesome.
But I'm like, but you're giving away gold City Edition jerseys. So all the students are going to be the 2,000 students are going to be wearing their gold jersey.
Yeah.
Because you get that swag, you're going to wear it, right?
Yeah, if you get it, you're going to wear it for sure.
It feels like this is a pretty big miss.
I don't like them.
Okay.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me, you probably haven't ever seen them, but the uniforms that the Baton Rouge Zydeco wear. They have the city on the bottom of their hockey sweaters, and it just looks real cheap. And that's what that reminds me of. I don't like it.
Okay. My feeling on uniforms, and Muse and I share this sentiment, is if you have an iconic look, wear your iconic look. There are things that should be universally understood. Like in baseball, you don't wear softball pants. You wear white or you wear gray. Softball wears lots of different colored unis. Awesome. I think LSU's all purple. Softball uniforms are awesome. There's lots of schools that wear, like Oklahoma will wear like an all crimson, and you get it, right? Like that's okay. Sport to sport. It's like no different in basketball. LSU's got a purple, a white, a gold. That's cool, but you wear your colors. I think that's one thing. Wear your colors.
Yes.
Like LSU's school color is not black. I do not want to ever see black uniforms. When Smoke Laval brought black baseball uniforms, it was puke. Don't ever do that. That's not your school color. Piping on baseball uniforms
is a must.
LSU's old home whites that were just all white with no piping. What are you doing? You look naked. Put some piping around the neck and down the buttons and pipe down the pant. It's not hard, and it infinitely improves the look. I also have been very consistent, like with Oregon. Oregon doesn't have an iconic look. So if Oregon wants to wear 10 million uniforms, I don't care. That is your iconic look now, is that you wear 10 million uniforms. LSU basketball has nothing iconic about it. You've had moments in your history where you had Bob Pettit and Pete Maravich and Shaq, and you had these amazing players in moments, like all-time great players in moments, but your program has never been an elite program. Dale Brown went to 13 NCAA tournaments. That's the longest sustained period of success this program's ever had. So I don't care what they wear. I don't. If they would have rolled these out for a game, I honestly, genuinely would not have cared. And I want one. So I need somebody over at LSU in marketing, or if you're going to the game tonight, I need you to score your boy one of the city jerseys because I want to wear it on the show tomorrow. Show tomorrow is at Marucci. We're at Marucci tomorrow, aren't we?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, we're at Marucci tomorrow for the show. Big shout out. I love going over there. Bro, in Hitter's house, I'm going to get in the cage as well. I'm going to take some video of me taking some hacks this time.
Okay. Okay.
But anyway, I need one. And I feel like I probably should have made a call over to somebody at LSU before right now to make sure this gets done, but I got to get one. I want it and I want to wear it on air. Who could we call? Who do we know in marketing over there? Think Kent Lowe will snag me one?
I think Kent would do it, yeah.
Kent's a sports information director. He's not marketing.
No. But, I mean, Kent is LSU basketball.
He is. There's no doubt he is.
LSU basketball.
But you also physically have to put one in your hand.
That's true. That's true. I don't know. I wonder if they all have the number 33 on them.
I would bet so.
You think?
Yep.
Okay.
I would bet so.
Okay.
It says BTR on it, which I love that too. So it doesn't even look like, it's not necessarily LSU. I mean, it does have the tiger head on the back. It says LSU. I love the Campanile on the front as well. That's a clock tower for those that don't know. I'm here for it. Upset of the century.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Upset
shocked.
of the century.
I'm shocked that you like them.
You thought the Miracle on Ice was something? Scone liking the LSU City Edition uniforms. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Oh, Lord.
Shout out Al Michaels. And we're brought to you by Lee Michaels. How you like them apples?
I like that one.
And it actually worked. Look at it. It's the next one on the list. How about that?
It.
I mean, sometimes, Muse. I mean, you don't even mean to be good, and you're just good. You know what I mean? You just walk right into that one.
Talk about, and we moved that down the run. It was earlier in the show.
Thank you, Al Michaels. Yeah. What was?
The LSU City Editions was earlier in the show, and we just, it got bumped.
Why did that happen?
We had to talk about Will Campbell.
No. You know why it happened?
Why?
Because we were talking about iced tea.
Oh, yeah, and the sardines and all the different exotic foods.
That bumped everything.
That's and it worked out.
How about it? The Lord knew.
There you go.
Thank you, God. God's got a sense of humor.
Look at God.
Look at God. Just a God thing. That's why I get to do the Lee Michaels ad right now, because of God. Hey, God has a sense of humor, okay? If you think God's offended by us talking about this, kick rocks. Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Valentine's Day is on Saturday. Gents, if you haven't gotten something yet, don't screw it up. Go to Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, lmfj.com, lmfj.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Oh, my goodness. Did I miss this last week while I was... Cam Thomas got traded to the Bucks?
I also missed that. I didn't know he's now with the Bucks.
You're the Tigers and the Pros guy.
There was a lot going on here, too.
You missed Nas Reed's fight. You missed Cam Thomas getting traded to the Bucks.
I was busy last night. I didn't really take in any
I'm not talking about last night. You have all day to prep today.
Oh, I was talking about Nas Reed, though.
Yeah, and you prepped today.
Yeah, I did.
Clearly you didn't.
Missed that part, though.
You missed Cam Thomas being traded to the Bucks?
I did.
And Nas Reed getting in a fight? Hey, Muse, the Super Bowl was this weekend. There were 5 LSU guys who played in it.
Saw that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
You got one, didn't you? You got one, huh?
Let's go.
Look at this.
Let's go. Oh, another on the text are coming in.
All right, you're going to get multiple of these things.
Let's go. All right. Get your boy a City Edition jersey. Oh, God, we get break. Go.
AFR.
That was going to be really bad, dude. We're run by Clegs. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Seaganer Airline, LA 16 in Dedham. Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Tell you every day to buy local, shop local over at Clegs Nursery. Hey, remember, at Clegs Nursery, nearly every day, they have new shipments arriving of flowers and plants and trees and shrubs from their local greenhouses. So all of these plants are acclimated because they're grown here. So they'll last longer. Beautiful selection, full greenhouses. They've got Johnny Naylor seeds as well. If you're a green thumb, you know about Johnny Naylor seeds. If you want to be, you better learn, but they got them at Clegs, any of the 4 locations. If it's soil or mulch, bag or bulk, garden utensils, all of it, decor, they've got you, and the friendliest people, the knowledgeable staff, it's Clegs Nursery. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you to Clegs Nursery.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Make Raising Cane's the first stop for your second line. Get extra saucy with a Cane's doubloon for just $1 that scores you extra cane sauce through April 3rd with any purchase. Let the good times roll this Mardi Gras with Raising Cane's. One love.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
After further review, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on this Tuesday edition of AFR. We are powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. All right, hit it, Otterlocks.
Otterlocks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, we're short on time because Muse screwed up everything. So I'll just get out of the way and give you 90 seconds. Fire away.
All right, we got a 5-pack here. We'll start off with Arkansas and LSU. We're taking the Hogs minus 4.5. I like that LSU played close in Fayetteville and get their attention. Also, Thomas, that was the second to last game that he played. LSU is 6-4 against the spread, believe it or not, in conference play. That may be keeping these lines honest as well. Giving us Hogs minus the point. Wisconsin was up 1 with less than 10 seconds to go. There was a phantom call on them. Indiana sinks the 2 free throws with 2 seconds to go. They had it stolen from. We think they're going to play close in Champaign tonight against Illinois. Wisconsin,
1 minute remaining.
Nebraska, it's moved up a little bit to -1. They get their big guy back. They lost the 2 games, but he was out with the flu against Michigan. He only scored 5 in the loss against Illinois. He scored 29 at Rutgers Saturday. We're taking the Huskers at home against Purdue. Miami plus 1.5 court rush fade there. North Carolina coming off the emotional win against Duke. Miami is down to +1 a lot of places. And then TCU, home dog, catching a lot of points, 7.5 against Iowa State.
Where are you tomorrow? Well done, by the way.
We're at Sammy's, the original Sammy's Grill on Highland Road, just off of Starring.
Let's go. Jimmy and Charlie, weekdays, 11 to 1. Check him out. Thank you, Otter.
Good luck.
Thanks, man. Same to you. If you miss any of the picks, they're online at louisianasports.net. Little 5-pack from the Otter. Catch them tomorrow at Sammy's. Muse, Polly, thanks. Y'all have a great night. See you tomorrow at 3.
AFR.
Shout out to Rouse's, official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com, Rouse's, this feels like home. Yesterday, 2 more grand openings for Rouse's stores. Told you they bought up 10 stores that were another brand. They renovated them, remodeled them, reimagined them, reopened them as Rouse's, and now they are reopened. Hattiesburg, Mississippi, welcome to Rouse's. Also, by the way, make sure you get to the website if you haven't yet to order your king cakes. So we are counting down the days. The clock is ticking. Mardi Gras is 1 week from today. You got 1 week left to get king cakes. You got 1 week left to get king cakes, so you better get cracking. Hattiesburg, Marrero, shout out. The newest Rouse's locations are open. You can go shop in any of those Rouse's locations, or, of course, you can order your king cakes online at Rouse's.com, Rouse's.com. The official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints, Rouse's. This feels like home.
Trust isn't given, it's earned. Earned both on the court and off. And every step along the way, I trust Our Lady of the Lake to keep me in the game.
FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake experts provide best-in-class care for our state's world-class athletes because it takes a champion to care for champions.
On the court, I trust my team. For my health care, I trust the lake.
From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Investing in a new roof doesn't have to be overwhelming. At Pelican Roofing, we offer 0 interest for 21 months because everyone deserves a safe, secure home. Trusted, local, affordable. Pelican Roofing, making quality roofing affordable for South Louisiana families.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient. And the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan & Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.